Hopefully, hopefully everything's working correctly. Hello, everybody. Hello, Petunia, and also Omega. I have the chat up there, but I also have it down here. Probably should have grabbed my glasses before I started this, but now it's a little too late. I think they might be over there, but I'm not gonna go find them quite yet. So, anywho, I hope you're all doing well. And, yeah, I'm gonna wait a second. Yes, hello, White Death. Hello, Aiden. Adrian. Hello, Ryan. Hope you're all doing well. Just trying to get the chat up here. Here we go. I got it. I have my phone plugged in over here. Hopefully it doesn't die. Petunia, tomorrow I hope you have a good Labor Day, or as I like to call it, Unemployment Day. Yes, happy Labor Day / Unemployment Day to you too. And yes, oh, and Quackers, hello. I don't think I said hello to you yet. Tristan and Ervin. What's the bad news? What bad news? Good news and bad news. Oh yes, Ryan. What's the good news and what's the bad news? We would like to hear both. And hello, Spoo Gamer. Hope you're doing well. Looks like a fun stream today. Oh my gosh, we have so much to do. This whole table is full of stuff. It's kind of hard for you to see. I was having issues with the setup. So please let me know if you can hear me. If I need to move this closer to me, further away, let me know. We're going to be dealing with hot glue. I have the fan going. I don't know if I'm too loud, if I'm too quiet. Let me know. But if I'm looking down, it's because I'm reading the chat. I apologize ahead of time because I generally like to make it so I look at you guys when I'm reading the chat, but it didn't work out that way tonight. Sorry. Looks like a fun stream today. Have about a week before I start my new job. Spent the day with my brother for his birthday and got to see them doing maintenance on N and W J611 in Roanoke. Very cool, Ervin. Good news, today was my last day of work. Oh, nice. Let me guess. Your bad news is it's your first day of school soon. It's back to school season. I apologize. I am going to have to grab my glasses real quick because it's really hard for me to read. Hello, Nightshade. Give me 1 second. I will be right back. I'm just going to the other side of the computer, so you can still hear me, most likely. I just need to dig through my bag real quick. Sorry, I'm a little all over the place because, admittedly, my children didn't really get to sleep on time. So they were initially going to have a sleepover, and that's why I was like, oh, I can stream an hour early. And then that plan fell through, so, oh gosh. This is a little gross. Let me wipe these up. Bad news, it was my worst day of work. Oh, really, Ryan? That sucks. At least it was your last day. It was your last day, so. This might have been your worst day, but at least it's over with. This week I had to open Parola in the Parola. So that means a long week and no sleep. Oh, geez. Sorry, White Death. That sounds rough. School season, please don't remind me. Sorry. I know. We've been prepping in our household, too, for the kiddos. The oldest goes to preschool this year. Let's see. Norfolk and Western J Classic, sorry. On the phone, it's harder to read that one word. Class 611 is one of the most famous locomotives in the world. Also, I get to ride behind her later in September. Oh, that's cool. And I can see. It's a miracle, I know. Oh, and I don't think my phone's gonna last doing this. Well, this is gonna be a very interesting stream for sure. Halfway through, we might have to rearrange, and I might have to put the loading screen up, very possibly. So Ryan, was it your worst day of work led to your last day of work? Oh yeah, was it? I think he said that he's got school starting though, so I assume it was that. But that's a good question, Ervin. Was the reason it was your last day because it was your worst day? Also, I have hot glue going over here, so I'm gonna try not to sit in it. A school, bro. It's even worse than job. I don't know about that. I did hate school, though. And I did also have not the best time at my job. I don't know. And I wasn't a fan of either, to be fair. Let's see. I would much rather go back to school than work. Yeah, Tristan C. I'm like, eh. I mean, I did not like either. As a teacher, school is nothing like what you remember as a child. I imagine it's completely different. The past couple of weeks, they let me work 1 hour per day, but this time they made me work almost 8 hours. I didn't expect it, and it ruined plans I had for today. I even injured myself 3 times. Oh, geez. I'm sorry to hear that, Ryan. That sucks, and that's crazy. Am I the only one that had fun in school? Perhaps I did. Some people enjoy it. I'm just not one of those people. Anyways, before I keep on reading your guys' comments, I will go ahead and read them, obviously, as we go. But, I'm going to be all official and say, please like the stream, share it out so people see it. So that way, the algorithm picks it up and then people know that I'm live and all that good stuff that I always forget to mention because I'm not very efficient. Not efficient. Official? Yeah. We'll go with that. But looky what I got today at Walmart. They were on rollback. Okay, before I get ahead of myself, I have so many things, little things, to finish up for the con this weekend. So we're gonna work on the Master Creek wig a little bit tonight. I don't know if how far we're gonna get. If we get everything else done, we will then do intermission, and I will move closer to the screen, and we will finish this part of it. This part of it. We're gonna finish the little antennae sort of pieces tonight. Ushka's wig is over here. It is complete for the most part, but what I need to do is in the back of it, and it might be hard for you to see because it's not the most, like, it doesn't stand out too bad on camera, but there are actual just like spots of pure hot glue back here that I would really like to paint so that way it looks more legit. I will have to get up to get those paints, so this is not what we will be doing first, and actually I'm going to put it over here because it's easier for me to reach. On top of that, we have the Ushka. This looks much, much better, the collar. I've been slowly painting the yellow. I'm just going to do probably a few coats of yellow as we go. We've got I'm not going to do this on stream, but I did get the bathing suit, which I'm very iffy on, because I'm still not really happy with where my body is, as much work as I have put into it, and losing weight and trying to get muscle. I'm still not exactly. I might be an issue of just I've had children and I don't know to what extent I can fix things. But regardless, the top does look cute. So I'm going to be sewing this to the top. That might happen after intermission. I probably would just pin it and sew it outside of stream just because it might be easier for me, I'm thinking. We'll see about that. Then we have, and this is where we're going to start, we have the Maho hat, because I am also doing a non-swimsuit Maho. And we're going to put clips in it, because it's awesome and adorable as it was. Apparently, I got comments saying people thought it was really cute, but this kept falling off my head when I was reviewing. I don't want it to fall off my head while I'm at the con, because I don't want to lose it. So I got these pins, clippy thingies, at Walmart. It says tack at 12. They were on rollback or whatever, so they were only a couple bucks. And I'm going to hot glue these on the inside, because I figure I could probably manage to do that and make them not too noticeable. I'm going to be doing the same thing with Ushka's little ear thing, because while I can do this and mostly keep it on my head, when I have the wig on, it's a whole nother issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these like right like there. Like you can't see it, but that way I can hopefully clip it to the wig. If it doesn't work, I'm going to have to figure something else out, just because that wig is so like strong. I actually was thinking of maybe even doing magnets, but I don't know if that'll work. So we'll figure it out. But anyways, that's all the plans for what we're going to do right now. And other than that, my husband has a thing that he has to do for his cosplay, because he's going to be Krauser from Resident Evil is one of his cosplays. So he's going to learn how to hot glue tomorrow night. And I do have to do for my Mima cosplay, which is from Perfect Blue. I made the whole dress and everything. It's all good. Or I altered the dress that I got off Amazon. But I do have to make her wig from scratch still. And it all depends. If we have time tonight, I'll start that or maybe even finish it. We got really far on Master Creek, which I wasn't expecting. So who knows? We'll see what happens. Anyways, now I will catch up on chat. And we will start hot gluing these things. But let me catch up for you guys real quick. I just wanted to get that out of the way so we have an idea of what all I'm working on here. Because there's a lot. The past couple weeks, yes, I've read that. I have fun with my work, Ervin says, but I can tell you that there is a lot of problems with education than just needing a bigger paycheck. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not a big fan of the education system, personally. Personally, specifically high school. I think once you get to high school, there's a lot of things you learn that you don't need. I understand people teach, I understand when you're younger and they teach you all sorts of things because you don't know what you want to do. But once you have kind of an idea of like things that you just really aren't good at or you don't have any interest in, like you shouldn't have to take algebra if you're not looking at any sort of profession where you're going to use it, or you're not good at it, so you wouldn't get a job doing anything that involves algebra. Things like that. I took algebra like 3 times or more, so I might be a little biased towards that, but Ryan, my left foot hurts the most. An extremely heavy box landed on it, and now it's almost disabled. Did you tell your employer? Because that's something that they should know about. Workers' comp's a thing. Now it's almost it. At least there's no school tomorrow. Yes, Petunia. At least there's no school tomorrow, and that is good. College for me starts September 2nd, so that's very soon. What? That's Tuesday? Is that also Tuesday? Yes. Oh, I still work tomorrow? Oh, sorry, White Fifth. Granted, if Girls and Panzer had semi-realistic physics, none of the late war German tanks could climb a hill. Tristan, was that in response to the comment that I just totally missed? Because I feel like that was in response to somebody. It was somewhat auto-correctly, Tristan. Oh, okay. True, but still. Alright. I'm caught up now. Fantastic. Good. Very good. Okay. It was just making sure. I was like, alright. We're good. So, let's start doing this stuff. So, for the con, I had written out everything I planned on doing because there's a bunch of panels and stuff. And I feel like I have a pretty good plan down, honestly. But I'm like, wow, that kind of ripped my hair out. But I'm kind of like, I can go. So I should start there. So one of the last streams I was talking about, I didn't know if I could go. And basically the thing that had happened that I'm not going to talk about much, was solved. So I am able to go now, which is fantastic. But, I'm in a really weird place about it. I don't know how to explain it. I think that if I don't enjoy this con, I'm gonna say that this is my last con. I might have already said that. I can't keep track of what I've said and what I haven't, because I flip-flop so back and forth on the con stuff. I really do. But I just get so in my own head about it, I guess. Hi, everyone. Hi, Ziad. Hope you're doing well. Yes, long time no see. In art class, I was bored. I drew Mika, but later on, someone made it look like Yandere Mika. That's kind of fun when people extend upon your artwork. I've always liked that, personally. It's just silly and fun. Everyone going good around, or what? Yeah, it's hard to say. Yeah, we were talking about school and stuff. Ryan's got a mixed bag of good and bad. I'm, simultaneously excited for the con and terrified. I just think I glued this so it's not going to be able to open. That's not very helpful. Why would I do that? There we go. I think we just need this one part glued. But yeah. So I guess it really is. It's a big mixed bag right now. It's a mixed bag for, at least, so far. A lot of people are going back to school, so it's very much like we're like, things are okay. I'm gonna have to stretch my leg. That's gonna happen a lot throughout this because this is gonna be a long stream. It's gonna be a long night, and I am looking forward to it. Yeah, how about you preparing some con in making cosplay? Yes, I have a couple of cosplays that I'm finishing up. I'm finishing up some wigs tonight. We're gonna make this so it can clip to my head. I just kind of was going through it all. I got got some stuff going on because I'm going to Colossicon East. If anyone's going to be there, come and find me. I will specifically be looking to see if they have Girls in Panzer playing on the One TV because they did last year, and I know they did the year before because I watched someone's vlog and they showed the TV for a second. I was like, there it is. They played it the year before too, so I'm really hoping that they have it just so I can show you guys because it's very rare that you see Girls in Panzer in the wild. Most people don't even know what it is. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully. You had a different manager today, Ryan, and he couldn't care less. He wanted me to help load trailer after trailer after trailer because it was your last day. You wanted to get squeeze every drop of labor out of you, which sucks. But at least it's over. You look at the silver lining. It's over. So that's good. Yeah, these days it can be weird. I have school in like 11 days or so. Oh, wow, you start a lot later than around here, Ziad. I'm way in the other side of the big lake we call the ocean. Oh, okay. That explains why you started a different time. Alright, hopefully this works. I put 2 clips inside the Maho hat. I would try it on, but I don't want to immediately get my scalp glued to the thing. And with my luck, with the way I operate and my luck, that would be exactly what happens. I just realized I brought all this stuff down here to paint, except for the paint. I am so disorganized, I swear. But yeah, my kids like fell asleep literally at, 5 minutes, 10 minutes before I had to start. And this room was not clean. So I was like, I have to move everything. It wasn't clean from filming. Okay, I need yellow. What other colors do I need? No, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait on the teal for Ushka's wig. Ow, my ankle. Girls und Convention. Yeah, I'm excited. I have little tanks to hand out to people. Like little, are they in here? They might be in here. I wanted to do goodies. Because people do goodies. Oh, no, they're not in here. Oh, well. Yeah. They're not in here, though. Sadly. I guess that just has notes on it. But, I don't know where those are. They must be in the, I have, like, a, whatchamacallit, what is that called? Suitcase. For all the stuff. So, I'm guessing it's in there. Anyway, I've met one person in the wild that knows Yukari. Hey, that's one. I've met none. I don't know anybody who watches Girls in Panzer. To be fair, though, I don't really go out in the wild and talk to people very often, let alone about anime. And that's another thing with the con. I'm not a very sociable person. I'm pretty good on here. Like, I like talking to you guys. It's really easy to talk to you guys. Like, you're really nice and awesome. But it's really hard for me to talk to people out in the wild. And so, like, in regards to the con, I'm very nervous about that. My husband's going and 2 of his friends are going, but I don't have any friends who, like, watch anime. I have, like, 3 friends from childhood, and none of them watch anime. We all play video games, but different kinds of video games, because, you know, you grow older and you have different interests and all that. So I don't have anyone who wanted to go. So I'm like, okay, I made my little schedule, and I have, like, a couple of things that I'm like, okay, as a group, I'll do this if they want to do it, and then, like, the karaoke. Even though my voice is shot, I'm sure you guys can tell, because of my allergies, so, which is fine, you know, it happens, but also, it sucks, so, at least if I get up there and I suck at singing, I can be like, oh, I usually sound better, it was just my allergies. Let's see. What's the cosplay gonna be? So I'm doing the first day when I arrive, I'm being Maho, partially because I know probably no one's gonna know. A lot of mine are kind of obscure though. So I'm gonna be Maho the first day, and then once the room's ready, I'm going to change into my Mima cosplay from Perfect Blue, and then after I'm Mima, I'm going to change into my rave outfit. There will be naps and showers in between every single one of these cosplays, by the way. Then I will be, changing into... Wait, am I Mima at that point? I guess so. Then on the rave, I'm going to be dressed up as my rave outfit. And then on Saturday morning, I'm going to be... My husband's going to be Master Crick. I'm going to be Ushka, the people on the screen, for those of you who Do not know. And then, what am I going to be after that? What other costumes did I bring? I have Lane, which I guess I'm doing Lane in the afternoon a little bit. And then at night, that night, I'm not going to cosplay. The only thing is, because we're going to be going to the pool, so I'll do my Maho cosplay if I'm feeling up to going to the pool. And then, like, I'm going to make a swimsuit top and everything. And then the last day, I'm going to be Lane all day, because it's just, like, the flea market and stuff, and then we'll be leaving, so... And that's, like, super comfy. A lot of mine are very comfy, but also pretty obscure. People, I think, will know... Some people will know Lane, and some people will know Mima. I don't think anyone's gonna get the Ushka and Massacre, and I don't think anyone's gonna know who Maho is. But that's okay. We'll see. We'll see what I get. We'll see. I might be surprised. Did I answer your question? Mimi is Ushka. Yeah, sorry. There's, Mimi is, like, the English name for her. You could call her whichever. I'm kind of antisocial too. I find it hard to talk live too. I could talk live like this, but if I were on a live call with you guys, I would sound so awkward. Part of it is like a thing in my head where, again, I over-examine and over-analyze everything, and I don't know why. But what will happen is I feel comfortable doing this because, and this is going to sound kind of weird, I have, like, weird ways of making myself comfortable doing things that maybe otherwise I wouldn't feel comfortable doing. But you guys can, like, log off at any time, you know? So, I don't feel like I have to question whether you guys want to be here. So in real life, if you start having a conversation with someone, I start to overanalyze everything, and I start to wonder, like if I start talking about something, and they're there, and they're looking at me, like, listening, I start to question, wait, am I wasting my breath? Do they not really want to listen to this? Am I being annoying? Like, I start questioning everything. And it's just a bad habit of mine, I guess. And so, in the real life, it's hard because, you know, people aren't just going to walk away. As long as they're not, like, mean people, they're not going to be like, okay, shut up, I'm not interested. Most people are going to stand there and listen to you. And the problem I have is that usually after the fact, I'm questioning, like, oh my god, did I just, like, was that totally awkward? Did I say something wrong? All those sort of questions. So, for me, it's easier to talk on here because I know you guys are interested in what I'm talking about, because you're still here. Because you could log off at any time and stop watching me. It's like, you know, you're not obligated, I guess, and you don't have to stay out of politeness. You guys stay out of interest. So, it's kind of like it eases that part of my mind, I guess, whereas in real life, that's really hard. And the same with, like, if I was talking to you guys on the phone, for instance, or in a call, I would have that same thing of, like, are they just staying in the call because, like, I'm here and they want to be nice? Because I don't know, I question too many things. I get too in my head, I guess. Yeah, it's easy. We are behind a screen, and we are, like, 4 persons talking right now. Yeah, 4 persons talking. True. You can tell when someone likes Frozen Panzer at Parola Tanks Museum, but it's like 1 in a billion. I am back. I had to go and do some chores first. That's alright, Omega. Glad you got the important things done. Good. So that is 4 regular, 1 swimsuit in total then? I think so. Well, if you want to include the rave outfit, which is just my 8-bit goth borg. Here. This is what she looks like. I can grab her. Even though my outfit's a little different this time. I have a couple doodles of her. Okay, Serpentious is just going to stay there. Just ignore him. There she is. There's 8-bit. We'll just throw her over there. But that's kind of the look I'm going for the rave. So I guess it's kind of 5, but one's an OC. So that sounds cool, but, like, a lot of work as well. Not something that would be for me. Yeah, it's fun. At this point, it's just kind of wrapping things up. Should be fairly easy to wrap it all up too. Like the Mima wig, I can do in one night. Oh, I did kind of glue this together. Okay, there we go. That opens. Moment of truth. Ow. Does not feel good, but it'll be on the wig, not my head. Woohoo! Well, okay. If I do that, it comes off. But let's not be a spaz about it, and let's actually just This one does not want to open. I kind of glued him on. I probably didn't need to, but they're hidden under it. I'll take it. That's plenty. I know it's not centered right now. I'm just more interested in making sure it stays on my head. And I would say it's working pretty well. So at the con, it should be fine. Woo! And everything else for Maho's done. That was it. Maho's done. Maho's done. Yay! Ow. I can't wait to not clip this to my actual hair. Alright. Cool. Alright, that one thing down. One cosplay complete. The Ushka and the Mima one were the hardest ones. It had the most work put into them for sure. Love it. Thank you, Nickel Ghost. What if Hatsune Miku performed for a Senshido match? That would be cool, I guess. Omega, I remember when you were on a call we were on a call together, you were really tired. I was really tired. I'm also just very socially awkward. I was really tired on that call though. But like even the way I talk right now, I'm very like I don't know. I get really weird when it's like people like talking back and forth with me. Which you guys are, but it's different because you could leave at any time. I don't know. It's really weird. It's very strange. I become very quiet. But so for this con, I am forcing myself to vlog it. So I am like forcing myself to be more, I guess, personable. You know, I have to talk. At least when I'm talking, I'm not like just, not that I would just be sitting in the corner, but you know, it's hard. I don't know. The awkward silence. Yeah. We were all delusional and that's it. None of this is real and we're all gonna die at the end of the day. It's normal for us to be awkward, but if you think it's very stupid human. Oh, it absolutely is. So when I went to so part of the issue, I think, is that I really don't get out much without my emotional support children. I always have my kids with me. Always. I don't go anywhere really without my kids. Admittedly, I did go to Walmart this morning without my kids. But I like talked to one person, showing her my receipts, show that I wasn't stealing. Because they do that at the door when you're leaving. They'll check your receipt. So, but like, other than that, every now and then, I really don't go anywhere, especially alone. And like, I don't even really go anywhere with friends. So I am very untrained, inexperienced at this point. It's been a very long time. And even prior to that, I was very much a homebody. So I really don't have the practice, I guess, that maybe other people have in regards to being social in public and all that. And I think that that's part of why it's so difficult. But when I went to France, I did fantastic. And I went with a group of people from college, but I didn't know any of them. It was just that the college was running a program and they would pretty much schedule everything, plan everything for you. And then I didn't follow the plan anyways, because I was one of the very few who knew enough French to get around. And when I say one of the few, I mean the only person in the group who knew any French at all. But I went there and I was like, all this awkwardness be damned, I'm never coming back. So I need to enjoy this. And with that mindset, I was able to be like completely normal to the point where I was mistaken. Like I had a lady come up to me and ask for directions on the metro in Paris. And I was like, I thought I knew the answer too, but I didn't want to like steer her in the wrong direction because, you know, I was there for like 3 days. Pretty much, I'm very good with directions. I'm very good at getting lost, but I'm also very good at remembering. Once I've gone somewhere once, I really don't need GPS again. I can figure it out because I have a pretty good memory in that regard as to where I am directional-wise. But, like, so I figured out the metro pretty quick there. But I went there with the thought of I'm never coming back, so I have to just look over this. Like, I have to get over this and do what I want to do because I'm never coming back, and I can't let this like ruin the whole trip. So I think that it would, I could maybe do that with this. Hopefully, I feel really out of practice, I think is what it is. Let's see. Very good, lovely, looks good. Thank you. Just not to come. Don't do sudden movements, and that is it. Yeah, for the hat. You're so based. I've only found you randomly just now, but your Girls and Panzer cosplays are so cool. Oh, thank you. Mel Exon. Mel. I'm so sorry if that's not how you pronounce your name, and I'm so sorry that this is late for me saying hi. But hello, and I'm glad you found me. Have fun at the Anycon, and hopefully a nice rest of stream. Also, Maho is the best. Thank you very much. I would not be surprised if you had micro sleeps during it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that, especially because the con goes till 3 in the morning. So, whose birthday is today? Hatsune Miku's birthday? Oh, cool. Public. You have kids? Damn, people really be accomplishing things in life these days. I do. I am married and I have 2 beautiful children. Where did I put the thingies? But yes, we are accomplishing things. It is I'm very grateful to have my husband and my kiddos. But yes, I'm turning 30 this year. For those of you who don't know that I have kids, you probably also don't know my age. I am turning 30 this year. It is weird though. It's a lot of people. That's another thing. Like, none of my friends have kids and stuff. So it makes seeing people a little harder, and it's a little harder too when you're at different stages in your life. I probably could have mentioned that too when I was talking about everything else. Monkey is typing in the chat. Oh yeah? How can you see that, Petunia? Let's see. Omega, I am surprised they do that at Walmart, since here it only happens at a few shops. And often it is because they're being audited by their bosses and want to make it look like they're doing their job. So Omega, our Walmart does it by us. Not all Walmarts do it, but our Walmart also doesn't put things. The only things that are behind, okay, there's random things that are behind like lock and key. But one of the big things that I haven't seen at any other Walmart, the formula is out in the aisles, like baby formula. You can just go pick it off the shelves. Every other Walmart I've been to, you have to ask for them to unlock it. So I think what is happening at our Walmart is that they're choosing to go through people's receipts versus putting more things behind lock and key. Because they have some stupid things. Like the bulb that I had to get when I replaced the bulb on my Renegade, it literally, like, it was like a $7 for 2 bulbs, and it was behind lock and key. And I was like, really? So there's some stupid stuff, but that's okay. OMG, guys, it's Ushka. I don't know her. That's okay. That's the blue-haired girly on the screen. It's from Psycho Cuties, if you are interested in looking it up. It's very panty and stocking with garter belts. She likes that, and you definitely can see the inspiration in her art style and such, but it reminds me more of like Ren and Stimpy, if you're talking like, which was also one of her inspirations from what I remember her mood board having. Alright, let's see if this works. I don't know if this is going to work with the wig, but we're going to try it. Also, if I take an intermission break, which I probably will, and what I'll do is I'll end the stream and then I'll pop back on like 5 minutes later, and we'll just cut the stream in half. But this is definitely helpful. I still can't really look down because it starts to come off, but like, let's be honest, when am I going to be looking down? My husband's taller than me, and he's going to be wearing his like shoes with this wig, and I'm going to be wearing no shoes, so the height difference is going to be pretty accurate to the characters, hopefully. But there we go, so that's good. Okay, there we go. That's good enough. I don't know if that's actually going to end up working, but it's a start. But we did it. Now we can start finishing up this. Actually, yeah, I painted that while I was talking too. Alright, yeah, I think we'll be able to do at least some of the wigs and stuff. Let's see. What parts of Paris did I go to? I'm presuming the tourist parts. Yes, but I went off on my own and I went to the most ugly building there, the Centre Pompidou, which I actually really enjoyed the inside. The people there were super nice. When I was traveling in the group, people were like not as nice, but I think it's because we seemed very touristy. When I went to the Centre Pompidou, they were so nice. It's a modern art museum, which modern art is either like complete shit or kind of interesting. And this was kind of interesting. I have a whole scrapbook actually I made of everything. But when I went there, I had a museum pass and I went to go into the one exhibit. And the guy was like, no. And I was like, oh, I was like, je suis désolé. Est-ce que vous parlez anglais? Je parle un peu de français. And which means like, I'm sorry. Do you speak English? I speak a little French. And so he started speaking like kind of pretty good English. Like most people in Paris speak pretty good English. And he was like, "Oh, your pass isn't for this part of the exhibit," and I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry." And then he like smiled at me and went, "But for you for today, okay." And he was like so nice. I was like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like, merci beaucoup." And he was like, he just smiled. It was so nice. And when I was like at the exhibits, I kept asking the guards because there was guards like I guess they were like staff or whatever, making sure people didn't touch the artwork. And I kept going up to them. I was like, "Excusez-moi. Est-ce que vous parlez anglais?" I was like, pointing at my camera. I was like, "Can you take a picture of me with the artwork?" I will. And they did it. They weren't mean to me, but that one guy was really awesome. And then when I went to get ice cream, got ice cream everywhere I could get ice cream in Paris. I got ice cream because I wanted to taste all the vanilla ice creams around Paris. And when I went to ask for ice cream, I was like, "You have vanilla," and I was trying to speak French, and the girl at the counter did not speak English, and she was like, I was like, "Vanilla," because I didn't know how to say that. And she was like, and she's like looking, she's like, "Vanilla," and she pointed at the one, she's like, "With stuff," and I looked at her, and she's looking at me, and we're both like, I was like, "Yeah, like, sure." So I got vanilla with stuff. No idea what it was to this day. I have no idea. It was really good, but it was like vanilla with some sort of something in it. That's all I know. But it's funny because the ice cream that they like tout, they was like, "Oh, it's the best." It's like it's near Notre Dame. It tasted like Great Value ice cream, which is Walmart ice cream, which is super cheap ice cream. The best ice cream I had there was this shop that makes flower ice cream. It makes the ice cream look like flowers in the cone. Super cool. Really awesome. And then the best cone was over in Mont Saint Michel, which was really cool. It's an island that's surrounded by quicksand. The tide comes in, it becomes an island, and then it goes out. And apparently there was some battle thing. You guys know history better than me. But basically they were traveling across the quicksand on horses and stuff, and they were getting stuck, and then the tide came in and killed everybody who like was trying to invade the island. Pretty cool. I really enjoyed France. It was a lot of fun. Notre Dame was super overrated. On the inside it was like too dark to see anything. The outside of Notre Dame was beautiful at night. It's the one picture I didn't get. Didn't go up in the Eiffel Tower. I am afraid of heights. The military museum near the Musée d'Orsay was really cool. Louvre is also overrated, and their map was fucking awful. I looked at that thing, and I was like, I cannot read this. And I was in school for graphic design. I was appalled. But I did find a Lamassu, and I'm obsessed with Lamassu for no apparent reason. I don't know why. I love them. If you don't know what it is, it's like a lion man with a beard and wings. I don't know why. I love Lamassu. I took so many pictures. I was so happy. I also ate at the Hard Rock. The people there were super nice too. The Hard Rock Cafe. Over near the Opera House, I think. I don't know what the Opera House was. But it was really cool. I went to Versailles. Marie's Gardens were really cool. Versailles itself, overrated. I'm like, yeah, this is fine. This is not so great. It's funny because my parents are going next year. And I was like, I'll give you a list of things that are worth it and things that aren't. But, let's see. back to everything else. Paris, Texas. What the heck, Petunia? Consuming money, consuming life. Are you thinking of greeting anime voice actors? I'm not this time. I don't know anyone except for, not that this is anime, but the voice actress for Betty Boop's supposed to be there, and my mom's a super huge fan of Betty Boop. And my mom's birthday's in September, so I'm thinking, and I probably needed to order something at this point, and I probably should have, but I was thinking of getting her to sign something that has Betty Boop on it. So I'm gonna probably, yeah, I probably should have ordered something by now. I was asking her if she wanted me to get one of her things signed, and she was like, never answered me. She's got a lot going on, so I'm like, all right. But now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I'll find something Betty Boop, and I'll go get that signature, and that'll be her birthday gift, because I think that'd be really neat. She's a huge fan. She's got lots of really cool Betty Boop merchandise, so might as well, right? But other than that, there's no voice actors there that I really know. But there's, like, they voiced some characters in One Piece and stuff, but I don't know those shows, so. That's so great. I love when I see people happily married and successful and they just leave aside the dating bullshit. Only brings problems most of the time. Yeah, I've mentioned before, I haven't really dated. Me and my husband were each other's one and only. Though, admittedly, he did have 2 girlfriends before me. But, like, from what I, like, understand, he didn't even, like, kiss them or anything. I was, like, his first kiss, so. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty neat. Pretty rare nowadays, I guess. But that's what happens when you wait and you don't, just go around and do whatever. Which was not my style. I could look it up. Yeah, why not? Seems my comments are not showing up. Oh, I don't know why, Ryan. Are you saying something that YouTube would not like? I don't have any words that are, like, banned, but YouTube, I'm sure, does have a list of things that they don't like people to talk about. Because it's YouTube. But, But, Alright, let's get that down. Okay, hopefully I can make this work. I'm gonna let that sit there a second before I push it down. French people being nice? No way. Are you sure they were in France? Yeah, they were super nice. I think it's, so let me put it this way. I'm from New Jersey, and France reminded me very much of New Jersey. So they're nice in the way that New Yorkers are nice. In the way of, like, if you get in their way or you, like, are annoying or anything like that, then they're going to not be the nicest people. But otherwise, they're fine. I don't know. I liked the French. They all were really nice. I can't think of anyone who was mean or, like, rude. Like, there were definitely ones who had, like, little bits of attitude. But again, I'm kind of used to that. Because a lot of New Yorkers move to New Jersey when they get sick of living in New York. Especially, like, from the city. Monkey has replied, Privyet. What? Monkey's not here yet. Petunia, I do not see him. Here baby formula is limited to 2 per person because people were buying up an entire shop worth, then committing usuri in China with it? What? I don't even know what that is, Omega. But it doesn't sound good. We did have a limit at one point, but I think that was, like, during COVID. If I remember correctly. French people being nice. Yeah, groups of American tourists are hating worldwide. Yeah, my questions ain't showing up. I don't know why, Ryan. That's weird. Very good with the ice cream bit. I am the same with chips. Okay, Omega. Wait. Yeah, I would presume it has chocolate chips in it. No, it was, like, more like a nut. It wasn't chocolate. It wasn't sweet. I almost feel like maybe it was pieces of pistachio, but it didn't taste like pistachio either. So I'm not really sure. And then it also had, like, I almost want to say it was, like, not caramel, but there was something, like, else mixed into it too. It was weird, but I really liked it. It was really good. But no, it wasn't chocolate. The one in Normandy? No. I didn't go to Normandy. Normandy is Ukraine. D-Days Among Us, June 6, 1944. Notre Dame is overrated if you are not a pilgrim. The chapel on the other side of the island is way cooler since it has the royal chapel. Chappelle, right? Chappelle? Yes. I believe that's what you're talking about. I love that one. That is underrated. 1000%. The one with the beautiful stained glass downstairs and the beautiful stained glass upstairs. 100% my favorite of all of the cathedrals that we went to. Because I also went to Saint Denis. Which also, the only cool thing about Saint Denis is that in the, like, if you go down into, I'm gonna call it a tomb. I'm not really sure. I think maybe it is called a tomb. Well, it does have, like, yeah, it's probably a tomb. It's probably a tomb. They have the calcified heart of the missing prince, which is so cool to see a calcified heart. I got pictures of that shit. I love that. It's so neat. Let me try again. Have you seen my most recent video source? I have not. Wait, that's the question that you were asking that it was blocking out? That's weird, Ryan. But no, I have not. I apologize. I have been extremely busy. I am sorry. To put how extremely busy, the video that went up today was edited, was shot. When was it shot? It was shot one night this week. It was entirely edited this morning. I woke up at 1 a.m. to get it all done. Admittedly, I got it done like pretty quick because it was a quick video. But yeah, I edited that all this morning, and it was brutal. It was brutal. I must ask you, please put a trigger warning before saying the F word. Oh, sorry. My bad. Yeah, my bad. Omega. Sometimes it just slips out. Well, nice and good looking people. I'm gonna get going because it's late here. 3 a.m. Oh my goodness, yeah, I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry. You should sleep. That's a more appropriate response. Gotta go take some rest, have fun, and good luck with everything. Thank you, Ziad. Good luck with you sleep sweet dreams. My brain's not working. Sweet dreams. It lets my question show up when I turn it into a dinosaur. LOL. It's so weird, Ryan. I don't know why it does that. Interesting. It lets, yeah. I am not sure what it is called, but yes. Yeah, I think it's Saint Chappelle is what that one's called. Monkey has replied, Privyet. That was built because the King of France received the crown of thorns that Jesus wore from the Byzantine Empire. Interesting. Hello, sorry, what I missed? What did you miss? You didn't miss too much. I've been slowly working on different pieces of cosplay. That's all. We're just kind of wrapping up a bunch of cosplay because the convention is this Friday, which is terrifying and exciting all at the same time. Yeah, we were talking about. Oh, is that the word? Wait, is that the F word, or were you talking about the other F word? Oh gosh. Wait, was it not charging? What was that? All of a sudden it just said like turbo boost connected. Well, you already were connected. Whoa. Now I'm confused. What F word are we talking about, Omega? What do I need? What needs trigger? What needs trigger warning? I'm just going down the plastic for the you who do not know what I am doing since it is not facing you. I might have to still put something on this to make it kind of stand out. I'm so gonna burn myself doing this. I can just tell already. This isn't gonna end well for my fingers. Oh, also for the Lane cosplay, I am going to be maybe cutting my hair. Not all of it. I'm just gonna cut. So these are my bangs. They're pretty long at this point because I haven't been cutting them. So I'm gonna probably cut them. I don't like how this is turning out at all. I'm pulling all the extra pieces out. Hold on. This is not looking like how I wanted it to look. Maybe I need to take it off the stick. Unstake the head. That's the F word. I was like, oh, I didn't know. I was like, oh, I didn't think Omega cared that I've said the F word before. Now I realize which F word you're talking about. I was kind of surprised. I was like, okay, all right. That's funny. BC Freedom. Foxtrot, Romeo, Alpha, November, Charlie, Echo. I see Omega. I love women. Yes, you do. You do love your BC Freedom girls. You do, Holy Knight. I don't know how to do this without burning my fingers off. I don't know. Maybe it's just a sacrifice I have to make. Not sure. Oh yeah, I have to upload. I'm gonna ask my husband to upload it to his channel. But for karaoke, the songs I'm gonna sing, I'm pretty sure I have settled on the Stranger I Remain, or A Stranger I Remain, from Metal Gear, and Metal Gear Rising, and then Silver Tongue by Santa Psyche. I know I sung a little bit of them for you guys before, but I think, like, that's what I've settled on. If I have the guts to do it, I'm just a little, like, it only hurts for a second. I said before, I don't have much feeling in my fingers. I still don't like to, like, the one day I burned it really bad, and I told you guys about that time, so I just don't want ugly blisters on my fingers when I'm, like, you know, cosplaying personally. Not if it can be avoided. Not if it can be avoided. I hope by you mean Bretons? Morning lurk. Good morning, Alvin. Enjoy lurking this morning. Hope you are doing well. Hope you are doing very well. Alright, let's get that off of there. Yes, and happy Labor Day weekend to all of you other Americans out there. Let me know if you're doing anything exciting. We just came back from a picnic. I think my girls were awake for so long because they were tired. Overtired. You know, kiddos get overtired and then they don't sleep. It's an odd phenomenon, but it does make sense, I suppose. Let's see. Sorry, I'm in the car right now and can't use my text-to-speech. No worries, Holy Knight. You're good. We will figure it out. Don't worry. Don't you worry. You're still easier to understand than probably half the things that come out of my mouth. So, is this camera all fuzzy? I can't even tell half the time. I'm all the way over here. I can barely see. It is pronounced Breton? Oh, I wanted to ask, so, Omega, before you said chips. Are chips fries? Or are chips... Hold on. Do you have the cold crisps and chips thing like the Bretons? Close enough. I'm gonna make plastic wear a beret. I have a beret. Well, no, it's not technically a beret. My husband's wearing a beret for the con. He's wearing a red beret. And he has a green beret. Or did you spell beret? I can never remember what spelled what. Close enough. Yes is the short answer. Breton, not Breton. Ah, Breton. Gotcha. So yes is the... Wait. So yes is the short answer. Yes being that you do have fries or you don't have fries. That's really how I should just ask the question. Do you have fries or not? Also, I was curious. So, you know how you told me it was prawns on the bobby, not shrimp on the bobby? Where did the shrimp on the bobby quote come from? Because I actually don't know. Like, is it from a movie or something? And how'd they get that so wrong? Bretons are not Breton? Yeah. Breton are not Breton. Bretons are a... Oh, I got really confused. Hold on. Bretons are a Brythonic Celtic people on the peninsula of Brittany. I don't even know that there was I did not know that there was a peninsula called Brittany. Brighton are British people. Oh, we refer, oh my gosh, my brain, to everything as chips. Wait, So chips are chips and fries are chips? So, I love that. You were like, nah, there's no argument here. Everything's just gonna be chips. We're gonna make it easy. So when you said you're like that with chips, what did you mean in American? In American, are you saying that you're like that with fries or chips? Oh my! It's all potatoes. It's all the same. Crisps, Great Breton crisps. Plain this woman as women. Yes, I got it. I got it. He explained. Sorry, I'm gonna rub off half my makeup. I think I got something in my eye. Half my makeup's already probably off anyways. It's fine. We're cosplaying. We're not trying to look. Well, we're working on cosplay. We don't have to look pretty till we wear it. A urge wants me to drive the Panzer II-F in Dream Tank. Well, then do it. Let the urge win. That's not a bad urge. Crisps. Crisps are chips. Chips are fries. The shrimps on the Barbie comes from Paul Hogan. It was a Good Day America tourism campaign. Oh. Interesting. I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is. But, okay. It was, so you guys wanted American tourists? It would be cool. I don't know much about Australia, to be fair. Turns out shrimps and prawns are different things that are basically the same. They are different. They have a different amount of legs. Oh. But you guys typically eat prawns? French plastic. Great Britain. Sorry, I messed that up. Look, I don't know geography. I think it's very clear that I don't know geography. He was... Oh, Crocodile Dundee. I know the name. I don't have any visual for that, though. I don't have a visual for Crocodile Dundee. I know what that is. I know the name. The only Australian, real Australian, who's not, like, current Australian, is, like, Steve Irwin comes to mind. Because when I was a kid, we used to watch the crap out of him. But that's all I can think of. Huh. I don't know. It is the northwest part of Brittany. Where is Brittany? So is that part of Europe? And we're not even gonna get into the UK. What's the UK? What's the EU? What's this England again? Lang plastic. Oh my goodness. I wish my memory was better with that stuff too. Well, with everything really. I wish my memory was better with everything. He is a proper Australia. Who, Steve Irwin or your Crocodile Dundee dude? What did you say his name was? Paul Hogan. Oh, look at all the little kangaroos! I love kangaroos. They're so cute. Are they annoying in real life, Omega? Have you ever hit a kangaroo with your car, Omega? His son and daughter as all grown up. Oh, they're all grown up and they do the same work now? Oh, that's cool. Today I was at some family house to celebrate a birthday of a 1-year-old baby. Oh, that's so cute. My little niece is 9 months now? Almost. I think she might be 8 months. We're so cute. Oh my gosh, little babies. Little babies. Steve Irwin, gotcha. Gotcha. That's really cool that his kiddos are still doing what he was doing. That is awesome. He kangarooed his car. Well, that's what I always see. If I see, like, things about kangaroos, it's generally that they're getting hit by a car. I have not, thankfully. My dad, who is a truck driver, has killed plenty. Oh no, is he an animal magnet? My dad used to be an animal magnet. The amount of deer he's killed is ridiculous with his many trucks. Most truck drivers have, bull bars on because of them. Yep, that's what my dad has now too. My dad taught me that at night we lived in the mountains, so he would tell me there was no lines in the road. Sorry, I should explain that. We lived in the mountains. There were no street lights, no lines in the road. So just stay on your side of the road. Anyway, he taught me at night specifically to drive in the middle of the road. So if a deer comes out, you can swerve. And when he told me that, I was like, but you hit all of the deer. I think you're just like making it so your chances are better to hit them. Kangarooming plastic. Oh my goodness. Yes and no. Kangaroos are buff deer. Yeah, that's what I always think of. It's like kangaroos are basically just your version of deer. But, oh no, they're cute. I think they're both very cute. Very, very cute. Even though, really, really crazy kangaroo fact. I like science and biology and all that. But when kangaroos give birth, they don't even feel that they give birth, and the baby has to crawl its way up to the pouch, and if it doesn't hold on for dear life and it falls, the mama doesn't even know, doesn't even care. It's ridiculous. I remember learning that in biology class. I was like, what the they're like, yeah, kangaroos aren't exactly the best moms. I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm probably gonna have to paint this, but I think I need a wire to make this so this actually stands up and curves the way we need it to curve. So we're gonna see if my scissors can handle this wherever I put them, that is. Oh, they're under all the pieces of hair. How helpful. No, we're guessing that this is about the right mouth. That actually was very easy. Oh shoot, yeah, Omega, you're right. They have those crazy biceps. That is because of the best video to show what they're like. However, often it's at dusk or dawn rather than at night. Oh. Interesting. Kangaroos are still cute, though. Do they come and visit your house? What do kangaroos eat? Sorry, now we're just talking about... Now it became an Australian stream. It went from French stream to Australian stream. Now I'm just curious about kangaroos. I need some kangaroo facts here. What do they eat? Can you feed them by hand? Do they allow you to do that? Do people have pet kangaroos? Because people have pet deer. If you put a collar on a deer, at least in my state, people aren't allowed to shoot it. They're not supposed to shoot it because it's a pet deer. And that doesn't mean that you own it, but it means that people shouldn't shoot it because you probably feed it by hand and stuff. And it's going to come right up to people, and it's not fair to shoot a deer. It's not good sportsmanship to shoot a deer that likes humans. And also, you don't shoot piebald deer. I think we talked about this last time. You don't shoot piebald deer. It is bad luck. Koalas over kangaroos. No, koalas look creepy when they're wet. I don't... no. Nope. Let's switch over to Japan. Tokyo, Kyoto. Wait, I'm not done talking about Australia yet. Then we can go to Japan. This is the international stream. We're just gonna go talk about different random facts from all these different places. Got you that interesting. The deer we have in the US, they just go around wherever, whenever, and they get hit all the time. It's true. It's daytime, nighttime. Deer are always there to get hit by cars. Yeah, the pouches are cute, though joeys are cuter, which are basically small kangaroo. Yes, the little joeys! Oh, and they even have the cute little the name joeys for little kangaroos. It's so cute. I love it. They're so adorable. I have not seen any pet kangaroos. You do eat them. I remember asking you if you had kangaroo jerky, because we have deer jerky here. I don't even really eat meat, but I am so curious as to what a kangaroo tastes like. Not that I would have any frame of reference. I'm the same way with, I think I said to my grandfather, I was like, I'm gonna try squirrel. He's like, why? I don't know. He used to kill squirrels. He would hunt them and everything. And he told me, because I was like, if I had to hunt something, I think I could hunt a squirrel. And he was like, they're not worth it. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, there's not a lot of meat on them. They eat grass mainly, I think. Oh. Australians drink warm water. Omega, is that true? Do you drink warm water? Dumb question. Is there such a thing as kangaroo jerky? I mainly know about birds as I interact with them the most. The kookaburras. Kookaburras, the ones that make the silly noise. Yeah? Those ones? That's a bird, right? And then the magpies. I know that one from Bluey. Also, someone called me a magpie once. I was very confused. Bring kangaroos to America. I don't think the kangaroos would do very well here. I don't think the people could handle kangaroos, to be fair. Probably best they stay in Australia. And kangaroo steak sounds really amazing. Wait, you have had the steak? They make steak? What? How does that work? Now we're getting to the topic that I don't know meat. There's not such a thing as deer steak, right? I thought steak was strictly cow. Now I'm so confused. I don't know how meat works. I don't know geography. What do I know? I know how to save money. That's the one thing I know how to do. I'm so confused and curious. Very curious. Alright, get that on there. And then we can keep on going with this silly little thing I got going on here. Dang kangaroo. Yeah, okay. We drink warm water because it is hot and the cold water is just not boiling water. So it's like room temperature? Ugh. You guys use ice cubes? I can't stand warm water, as you know from my tea video. Warm water is not... Room temperature water is gross. But warm water is just... No. I do know people who drink it. It like, fills them up or whatever. That's why I like hot cocoa. But I can't do just warm water. Makes me gag. Generally. I have to be really desperately thirsty. To drink warm water. Expect her to bleh. Oh, from the water comment. Maybe I should have painted this red first. I feel like this is not turning out the way I wanted it to. But you know what? It's gonna... Oh, Jesus. Okay, there we go. I caught it. We're good. Pull this tight and pull it down. There we go. That should work. Yes, kookaburras are funny, wee fellers. Magpies are really cool, though I prefer currawongs, as they are nicer and I like their song more. I have never heard of those. Are they big birds? Birds are kind of psychotic, though, right? Like, universally. I like birds, too. But they're kind of crazy, right? I don't trust them. I like birds. I like, in where we're from, there's these cute little birds called black-capped chickadees. They are the cutest little suckers ever. I love them. We get them in the winter time. I mean, obviously they exist outside of the winter time. But they're cutest when they're in the snow. And they poof up their little down feathers. And they look like little fat... I love them. They're so cute. And that came right off of there. That's not great. Or maybe it was never attached. Maybe I had never done it. My husband wanted me to tell you all a fun story today. Because he didn't know this story and I told him. Well, let me see. They are slightly larger magpies with amber eyes and are mainly black, but have white plumes on the end of their bottom feathers. They sound adorable. Sorry, I gotta... Shifting. My legs are gonna be so sore after all this, but it'll be good. I feel much better now that I'm on my knees, actually. But, very, very interesting. I shall have to look them up. Whoop. How much is this? This is too much. I feel like these are not supposed to be very big. Oh my goodness, thank you, Tristan! Where's my thingy? Yay! Thank you so much. Always appreciated. Let's get you heart. Let's give you a heart. Thank you so much. Have money just because. Aw, thank you, Tristan. I appreciate it. Thank you. And yes, I will definitely take it. Thank you always for your generosity. Let's see. It's pronounced Karawang. Ah, interesting. I will look them up as long as I remember. Again, I need to work on my memory. I'm not really sure how to fix that. Also, kookaburras are pronounced Kookaburra. Okay. Kookaburra. Pershing is more deadly when the Panzer II than when you are Panzer II compared to the BT-42 in War Thunder. All right. Let's see. That'll go good there. All right. So, story I have to tell you all is, so you know when you're a kid and you're gullible and your family tells you something and no one tells you that it was a lie? So, when I was a kid, whenever we'd go to the gas station, or the petrol station as some of you will call it, my dad used to tell me that you have to be as still as possible. Because if you're not still, the gas will go out of the car. It'll go, like, it won't actually fill up. It'll like, it'll stop filling the car with gas, and the gas will leak out of the car. Just like out of where the nozzle is and everything. So, he used to be a gas station attendant, and I believed him. Only after I was in the car with a friend in college did I realize this was a lie. When we went to a gas station and she was looking for something in the back of her car, and I looked at her, I was like, oh, you don't want to move around too much. And she was like, what? And I was like, well, because the gas will come back out of the car. And she looked at me and I was like, that's what my dad always told me. And she's like, what? Like, no. That's what he told me. It'll come back out. She was just, yeah. Apparently that doesn't happen, for the record. But I told that to my husband today, and he was like, yeah, you gotta tell that on stream, because I feel like your people will enjoy hearing this really stupid moment. He thought it was adorable. I was like, well, I mean, it makes sense to me, you know, if it's got a sensor or something, and it made sense in my mind. Of course, no one told me, even as once I was like older, that hey, we just used to say that so you wouldn't be bouncing around in the back seat when you were a small kid. We were stuck at the gas station waiting because we wanted you to be calm. Nope, no one ever told me. And then I looked dumb. The end. I was told you can't be on your phone or have to have the radio off. Though I think that is due to the tiny sparks in the electronics, though. I know, and this is actually true, that if you are pumping your own gas and you get back in your car, you like lean partially out of it or whatever, and then you like slide out, you can apparently have enough electric, like whatever that is, like friction or whatever, to, you know how you would do a shock if you like rub your feet on the carpet and you touch something? Apparently you can start a fire that way. I've seen videos of people doing that. Though that was a while ago. I don't know if that's still an issue. Like maybe they did something to fix it. Not sure. Leaving the comment just cause? Let's be honest, if any of the Pershing had their roof 50s most Panzer 1, 2s, and BT would be shredded. Leaving comment just because. Make Wilson say blech. Wilson's up there though. Remember, this one's not Wilson. What did we name this one? It sounded like close to Wilson. I don't remember what his name was. Oh well. We didn't even put eyes on him, did we? Nah. I think my daughter requested that this one have heart eyes, so sorry guys, you don't get to choose that. She chose it. She beat you to it. Let's see. Hello, hello, Phantom Dude. Hope you are doing well. Hope you're having a good day / evening. What is new in your world? We are talking about all sorts of fun things tonight. All sorts of fun things. Alright, hopefully this works. And I don't burn myself. Clarkson, thank you, Tristan. Yes, Clarkson. Sounds good. Yes, it was Clarkson. I remember that because like Kelly Clarkson. We were thinking that when the name was first brought up, and I was like, I think Clarkson sounds good because it's like Wilson. But not. We don't have the locking mechanism you have to stand there when pumping your petrol everywhere else in the world. Oh, really? Interesting. Well, again, you don't have to stand there in New Jersey, but you can't pump your own gas in New Jersey. Well, you're not supposed to. You can. You're not supposed to. For those who pump their own gas, it's so you don't have the overflow. But I never sit in my car while gas is pumping. I just wait by the handle. Yeah, I think I would too if I was pumping my own gas. Which, since I'm going to PA, I told my husband, or I asked him rather, I was like, hey, so I know I'm driving alone because he's going to drive with his buddy. I was like, but if I need gas, can you get it for me? I could figure it out, but I really don't want to. I pumped my own gas once in I want to say it was Delaware or something. I don't really want to do it again. I'm good. I pumped gas once in my life. I don't need to pump gas anymore. Okay. The rest of this I feel like I'm going to have to use the hairspray on. We'll wait till later to do that. So here's what we got so far with in regards to the wing of it. So I need to make it attach better, but I think it's pretty good. Like it's getting the form, and once I hairspray it, it'll be good. I think at this point I need to put some on the bottom, and then I need to work on the next one. The wire does not want to stick though, which is not great, but it's definitely getting there. It definitely looks like a little wing thing. Woohoo! Looks like it's gonna be in his. At least it didn't roll into the hot glue. That would have been. Have to restyle that a little bit. That's okay. Luckily, it's not styled yet. The Ushka wig is like straight up. Might as well be plastic at this point. With how stiff it is. There we go. We'll do that. That's a little better. It's a little higher up. I think I have to turn it like this to do this part of it. But I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Oh, howdy, Brandon. Howdy, Dr. Consuming. Looks like I'm late to the appointment. That's okay. No worries, no worries. You are good. We have plenty of streaming left to do. Hope you are doing well. I probably should have picked out the hair that I wanted before I did this, but we didn't do that, so we're just gonna commit and go for it. Yay! And also why I glued the whole thing, I don't know. I don't have any idea. But that's okay. This is a good piece for it. And carefully... Where's my thing? I will get back to you guys in 1 second. Let me attempt not to burn myself. Thank you for your patience and cooperation. We'll just go for it now, and I'm glued to it. We're gonna leave my finger there for half a second. That is a-okay. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Since the U.S. has the highest per capita petrol stations, fires by a country mile in developed countries. What? Oh wait, we do? We have the highest per capita petrol station fires? Really? I guess that makes sense. You know, I wonder how many of them are in New Jersey, where we don't pump our own gas. Maybe we're on to something. Don't forget, love the trio. Jeremy Clarkson. Make Clarkson say bleh then. Bleh. There you go. Don't forget Omega. American generally have the IQ of root vegetable, and yes, I am American. I mean, it's, you know what I think it is? I think that a lot of people in America lack common sense and survival instincts. I think that's where I stand on it. I think that there's a lot of that going on. The common sense and the survival instincts are just not there. It can be like the stupidest little thing, and you'll see how people react. And it's just like, nope, you would not survive any sort of literal anything. Clark Wilson, how do you actually go through? Like, I read that already. Healthcare does not want to deal with you. Aw, I'm okay dealing with Brandon. I'm pretty alright with that. He's chill. Let's see. True, we all have the opinion of the English-speaking world, lol. Funny enough, you can't pump your own gas in New Jersey, but you have to pump your own diesel. In New Jersey? Really? Wait, really? Hold on. How? Like, you mean at big truck stations? So here's the thing, at our normal gas stations we have diesel, and you would pump that. Like, I guess the people would pump that for you. You just ask for diesel. You don't have to pump it yourself. But there are big truck, like, not the way stations, the big, like, truck gas stations that are specifically for truckers. Interesting. I'm currently celebrating one of my 3D printers. Oh, collaborating. You're not celebrating it, but that'd be cool too. I would understand, because having a 3D printer sounds awesome. But you're calibrating it. You've been working on it all day. Oh, that sounds frustrating. Never mind. But you can celebrate once you get to work. Oh, Phantom Dude, I'm sorry to hear that though. But we also have the world's cheapest gas prices, so meh. Yeah, you know, it works. It works pretty well. Do we really? Like, I know New Jersey's gas prices aren't that bad. We're cheaper than PA. Pennsylvania, for those of you who don't know what PA is. Our neighbors. I don't know about New York, though. I know nothing about New York. Just in general, I know nothing about New York. I've only been there a handful of times. Clarkson is bleeding from that. Been watching an old police show from the UK called The Bill. Speaking of petrol in Australia, I think I got some of the people on the server very interested in Australian cars. Oh, good. Very good. So this is going to sound super dumb, but I guess I just never thought of Australia as a car manufacturer. They're not, they certainly don't come to my mind as an American and not a car person. But I guess that makes sense that all countries probably have their own sorts of cars. Yes. For most of the day. Oh, I agree. They're also very arrogant and have very poor education system. We do have a very poor education system. I will definitely agree to that, because I've met people from other countries and they are way smarter than me, and they were way smarter than me, even when I was in like high school and stuff. Anytime I'd meet like someone who was younger than me but from another country, they were smarter than me. I was like, what? And they're like, oh yeah, we already learned the stuff that you're learning. It's like, but how? But when? And why? And what are you learning now then? It's very strange. Hello, Angel. Hope you're having a good evening. Hope all is well with you. Happy Labor Day weekend. I would imagine New Jersey has the lowest petrol station fires, as the main cause of your petrol station is the static electricity from people getting in and out of their cars, like you say. Ah. Yep. That makes sense. It all makes sense to me. You know what I should have done? There's these little elastics that you can put on your hair. I should have put them around this and then glued things into place. Yep, that's a hindsight 2020. In New Jersey, you pump your own gas with car. No, you don't. No, you don't. I live here. You do not. We're the only state where it's illegal to pump your own gas, but no one will charge you for it because it's a stupid law and everyone knows it. But there are some gas stations that will tell you to stop because they do not want you to do it. But like obviously anyone who's out of state is going to be confused by that whole thing. Unless you're again from like Pennsylvania, where you know that New Jersey is weird and we don't let you pump your own gas. Yeah. Here's the thing. Every country has their idiots. Just Americans tend to be videoed more. I think, you know what it is? I think that our idiots are less ashamed. And the rest of us laugh at them for entertainment. So we do. They're more in the spotlight because they get videoed more. Because it is entertaining. I am a native Pennsylvania, and I will admit, if I had to pick from both jerseys or Maryland, I would pick from both jerseys or Maryland. Wait, what are both jerseys? New Jersey or Maryland? I would pick Jersey. Oh, thank you, Tristan. I went to Ocean City, Maryland, though. It was nice, but I think I've mentioned before, I need a skybox. I need mountains. I can't deal with flat land, and where we were in Maryland, it was too flat. Way too flat. The Chevy SS is just a rebagged Holden Commodore. The Ford Ranger was designed in Australia, though, and it is built in Thailand. Interesting. My YouTube feed is just us high schoolers doing dumb stuff. That's fun, though. And hey, that's what YouTube was meant for. Meant for fun, stupid, dumb stuff. It's not meant for corporate crap and all that stuff. For people who want to enjoy and share videos. At least that's what it was. And that's what it should be. Stupid fun. The show was aired on Thames Television and was a part of ITV when they had regional tele stations on air. The old cop show you're talking about, the Bill? Interesting. Defending democracy as a hell diver. I can't wait to spend Labor Day fishing. Ooh, nice, Phantom Dude. Yeah, our, the picnic that my family threw was today, so tomorrow we get to chill. My husband's off work. It's gonna be nice. He's gonna have a very short week, I just thought, because, like, Friday's the con, so that's exciting. Sorry, that's right. Never mind. Granted, one thing I do love about the US is that we do defend our freedom of speech, unlike the UK with its online protection. Plus, with the group in Australia trying to control what game on Steam. They're trying to control games on Steam in Australia? That's annoying. And yeah, we're really into freedom here in America. And I appreciate it too. Freedom of speech, freedom of like pretty much anything in America. I feel like we're very freedom based. Just in general. Everyone say quack with me. It's a good show. You should watch it if you like cop shows. I haven't really watched many cop shows, to be honest with you. I do like true crime, but not many cop shows. Quack, my YouTube feed is Clash Royale. Working into the off chance of golfing. Ooh, very nice. I went golfing once. It was okay. It was with work people. Because work paid for it. And I was like, I guess I should try this. You know, it wasn't really my thing, though. I gotta take the glasses off for a second. I am very tired. It was a feminist group trying to control card carriers like Master and Visa so you can use them to buy adult games on Steam. But what if the definition of adult game, as it is very broad? I get clips from that occasionally. Oh, okay. So, feminists are trying to control card carriers like Master and Visa. Wasn't Visa... Like, I don't know much about this, so I'm not going to speak on it, but wasn't Visa, like, having issues, too, with certain Japanese things as well? So you can get that. Funny enough, everyone presumed it was Americans, as that is far common for Yanks. Wait, what? Who thought what was Americans? What's more common for us? What do we do? What are we doing now? Yanks. What are the... It's Limeys and Yankees, right? That's what it... Those are the two. Wait, so what are you guys called? The Australians. What are you guys called? What is your nickname? I must know. UK is going to ban... I don't know about that. I thought they were very much more sex positive over there, just in general. Aussies? I feel like that's not a, like... I don't know. I feel like people still are a little like, oh, Yankee, limey. It's still very, like, bitey. Aussies aren't bitey. That's, like, just a cute name, right? Or am I being insensitive? Again. Oh no, not...
Oh no, not another dog.
Wait, did JP post to close down sending packages to America? Not that I know of. But I haven't been really keeping up with any of that, because I haven't been buying anything from Japan. I got my hoard, I'm sticking with that for now. There's a couple things of merch I want, but nothing from Japan at the moment, so... I love the Tosh Lines quip. If you have any else, I'll have it. I know they are Australian, however, every other time it happens, it is Americans. Oh, what? Trying to, like, ban something or whatever? I don't get it. Well, it's just, it's that loud minority of people who don't have actual problems in their lives, so they have to make problems out of things that aren't problems. At least that's how I see that kind of crap. Like, who gives a shit? I'm sorry, it's a video game. Like, if that's what we're talking about here, like, people who get upset with, like, certain video games, like, who gives a shit? It is a video game. I really don't care. Don't play it if you don't like it. Yank was a term to insult Americans during the Revolutionary War, but we use it to our advantage. Yes, like the Yankees, Yankee Stadium and all that. That makes sense. Most countries stopped sending small packages. How come? Does it have to do with tariffs and stuff? I haven't followed up with that other. Again, I'm not ordering stuff from overseas really, so right now I'll learn about it all when it affects me. Especially because at first things were going so back and forth with that. I was like, I'm not following any of this. If everything's gonna change every couple of days, I'm not gonna keep following this. I'll wait till there's a definitive whatever, and then, you know, go from there. Sorry I keep rubbing my face, guys. I am feeling a little off, I guess. I don't know if I'm just overtired. I had sugar today, which I usually don't like. I've been trying to do really well like right before the con, making sure, you know, I'm not drinking and I'm not eating like bad food. But today at the picnic, I had like more sugar than I definitely should have, and definitely more sugar than I've been having. I feel really like, not like faint, but like something's weird. Something's wrong. You lost signal, but you're back. Well, we're glad to have you back, Holy Night. Let's see. I've never heard of it as an insult. It is a shorthand term for Yankee. It is often used for a shorter version of saying American. Oh yeah, it used to be an insult. I did know it was an insult, but we don't use it that way. We were like, yeah, okay, you're gonna call us that? Fine, call us that. We'll call ourselves that too. Haha. Joke's on you. Now it doesn't mean what you wanted it to mean. Now we own the word. We embrace it. But I believe that limey was our term, our opposite term. So that was for the British during the Revolutionary War, if I'm correct. Could be totally wrong. And then I've also heard us call Canadians Canucks, but I don't know where that comes from either. Yankee Doodle. Yes, Yankee Doodle went to town. Welcome back. It is just funny as we have worse terms for Americans. Ooh, I want to know your worst terms. Tell me all of your American slurs. I am curious. I want to know. Because or else someone will say it to me and I'll think it's a term of endearment. I'll be all confused. And they'll be like, yeah, that stupid American doesn't even know. I don't think I know what we call a lot of countries and like cultures and stuff. I'm trying to think. Country, southern country? What? Like what? Yeah, we gotta know, Omega. My favorite is SIPO or SEPO, which is shorthand for septic tank. So it's SEPO. Really? Why? Where does that originate from? Just cause like, damn, that's brutal. Well, I'm so curious. Is there a backstory to that, or is it just like your version, Australia's version of calling us trash? The second pronunciation, yeah. What is where does it come from? Was there like a specific event or time period, or is it just slang? And now I have to know. Anyone else have any? I don't know the story behind it. It just originated just at some point. I just normally call Americans Yanks. That's so funny. I'm gonna look up where that came from. Unless one of you want to look it up. I am so curious now. I want to know what other names. Chime in, any country. What other names do you have for any country? I've heard people call, the main one that comes to mind is Canadians, because you got Canucks and Leafs. I've heard people call them both, which, I mean, I don't think either are bad, like, meme terms. I just know that that's what we call them. Seppo's Unpanzer. Oh, man. Did you know the USMA Marine Corps is called Crayon Munchers? Why? I've heard a lot of jokes about the Air Force, but what's the Marines? Is it just because are they not supposed to be smart, but they're like very strong? Is that where that comes from? I know with the Air Force, there's a lot of jokes about them being like very. I'm gonna do this and assume you know what I mean. No, that's not Air Force, it's Coast Guard. Wait, is it Coast Guard that they make fun of? My dad and his buddy, he was Marines, my dad was Army. They always made fun of their friend who was in the Coast Guard. Yeah, I think I prefer Yanks Omega. Oh yeah, me too. I don't think we're gonna embrace the name that's short for septic tank. Because they actually eat crayon. And dude, I don't know if I'm gonna believe that. We strictly live off of a diet of Crayola crayons. Crayola and nothing less than Crayola will do. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna definitely bring myself to the end of this. That's okay. That's okay. Sometimes burning yourself, I feel like, is necessary in order to make hot glue work the way you want it to. Or maybe that's just what I tell myself to make myself feel better. My favorite one is being called Canadians Little America or America's Hat. That is how Americanized they have become. I know. I see a lot of that, like, jokes about Canada wanting to be America and not having their own identity. I feel bad. Obviously, they have their own identity, but I have heard, like, there's, like, a little quips and jokes about them being insecure. California's rich as fuck TikTok influencers. Californians do seem to have a lot of money, but it is very expensive to live there. The U.S. military has spent lollipops. What? Really? We don't have Panzer Chocolata, but we got fentanyl-laced lollipops. That sounds horrible. Bring back the Panzer Chocolata. You love American Hat. That is so cute because they're above us. They're on top of us. They're like our little hat. Oh, that is cute. Canadians should embrace that. That's adorable. I like that. I don't think I've ever met a Canadian, actually. Now that I'm saying this, I don't think I've ever met a Canadian. Other than you, Omega, I don't think I've ever met an Australian. You know. We're online people, so I don't know if you want to count that. In the real life, I don't think I've ever met an Australian. The Nazis made their own meth. They made meth fun. Panzer Chocolata. Oh my goodness. Let's see. You know what's kind of funny? I could make a really good joke about that for the con vlog. Because I'm going to be taking my allergy meds. Because did I say that right? Allergy meds, yeah. Because there's no way I can. And the only allergy medication that works for me, I've mentioned it many times. This is the best medication ever. I'm sorry. Sudafed is amazing. But Sudafed, you have to go to the pharmacy and, like, sign a thing. Because they have to track the sale of it because it's used to make meth. So, I should, in the vlog, just, pop my Sudafed and make a Panzer Chocolata joke. It's my own little version, you know, when I'm dressed as Maho. I think that'd be pretty funny. In my brain, that's pretty funny. Often with us referring to, Americans though, it is just Yank with quite a few other words around it. Yankee plastic, true. We call people from Alabama inside. Brandon. I got a joke for you, Brandon. You know the Alabama family tree is just a stick. Poor Alabamians. Or however you call them. Sweet home Alabama. Oh, somebody, I forget who it was. Was it Ermos? It might have been Ermos if you guys know him. Hermos, I assume it's pronounced Ermos. He posts Girls in Pants or other military like music. And I think he posts artwork, like different Girls in Pants artwork he finds. I think it was him. Don't quote me on it. Could have been someone else. But he posted a picture of Maho and Miho, and it was a little like someone in the comments just put Sweet Home Alabama and I died. I love it. Anyways. Oh my god. Then not Smooth Road Man. If there is a British Columbia, where is American Columbia? Don't do this to me, Petunia. I have met a few Canadians. Oh, cool. It's because when the Canadians changed to the Leaf from the Shield, they went from being polite Americans from Britons in the Great White North. That is what it seems like, at least from the outside. Yo, Yankee Plastic, is Kay a Yankee poser? Yeah, you know what? She's appropriating our American culture, and you know what? I love it. I made chocolate laxatives and gave them to my friend. That's so mean, Phantom Dude. Oh, poor guy. I see Canada as America's brother. That's fair. We call Chicago O'Block. Okay, I don't get it. I find it funny how every country has an incestuous religion that is joked about. It's true. Or region, yeah. An incestuous region that is joked about. It's definitely, it's true though. Sweet Home Alabama, Missouri, which is where I'm from, is called KKK. Hi, Miss Plastic. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Lena. I hope you're doing well too. I hope you're having a good day / evening. DC stands for District of Columbia. What cosplays are you making? Hello, I am back. Hello, Shebdev. I hope you're doing well. So I am finishing up a bunch of different cosplays. So the con is Friday, and I am finishing up my Ushka cosplay. That's the girl, this chickie. I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to point to her. That chickie. She's also down here. And then right now I'm working on the Massacre wig, who is over in the chat here. He has like these little antennae pieces, so I'm kind of working on those slowly but surely. They'll get done. That might be all that we work on for the next hour. I'm not really sure how long these are going to take. And then, sorry, I made clips in my Maho hat, because I'm being Maho. That way this actually stays on my head during the con. So the Maho costume is complete. I have a swimsuit version of Maho that I'm doing as well. And I have to do a wig for Mima from Perfect Look. Who is this chick? I actually show you guys. I have it right here. This is Mima. So I'm being this chick. That is not helpful for you guys. But, you know, that's the best I can do. She'll go up there for now. I am also being her. So lots of stuff. But all just little tweaks, little things that I have to complete. And it shouldn't be too hard to do. We should be able to get them all done. Miss Plastic, I noticed a bubble pin in your most recent video. Are you a fan of Digital Circus? That's what my shirt is. It's an abstracted shirt. Yes, I am a fan of Digital Circus. We call Simple Southern Farms plantations. And the UK is our dad, and F word is our mom. Like, we're just gonna call it F word from now on. Eventually we'll have someone, well no, we've already had Maxie join. Maxie's French, right? I was gonna say, we're gonna have an F word join our stream and be like, what? I just find it so funny how Alyssa is how the English-speaking world views Americans, where Kay is how non-Americans view it. No, I think Kay is very accurate. Personally, I think, again, the huggy, the loudness, the super friendliness. Kay is how I view Americans more like Kay. I think Alyssa's also pretty accurate. I don't know. I think they're all pretty. I guess Naomi's kind of like the least. I don't know. She's not even like not accurate. She's just like a different version. She's not very stereotypical, I guess. But well, I think Americans, for the most part, are fairly stereotypical, like the Kay and Alyssa. We call Monkey Kayusha. Miss Plastic, wearing cat ears is like what I need in my life right now. Well, I have the Ushka cat ears. Catcha thingy. But I'm not gonna put it on because now I have eclipse. And I need to wear my glasses. And every time I look down, it kind of does come off a bit. So, fun fact, California is split up in two halves. The north, cool shit. The south, the many... I don't know that word. I can't... What is that? Vacations? It's not vacations. It looks like it's missing a letter. OMG, awesome shirt. What did you think of Murder Drones? I still see you as the... How far did I get in Murder Drones? I don't remember. I like Doll. I think that was the last episode I saw. I don't feel like that's very far into Murder Drones, to be fair. But this week, my goal is to rewatch the shows and stuff that I'm cosplaying from. At least the parts that include them. So, I don't know which Girls in Panzer episode that is. It's obviously the end. So, I'll watch the end of Girls in Panzer. I'll rewatch that. I'm probably just gonna watch a explanation video of Lane. Just because it's been a while since I watched these things that I'm cosplaying from. I'll watch Perfect Blue because I love that movie. And what else am I cosplaying again? Psycho Cuties I don't need to rewatch, really. That's pretty fresh in my mind. But there was something... Oh, The Guild. I want to watch... So The Guild, if you guys don't know what that is, it's really, really, really good. I highly recommend it. If you know Felicia Day as an actress, which you might recognize more than know her name, it's her show. It's one of them. She's made multiple shows from what I understand. And it's used to be on Xbox, and then eventually it's on YouTube now. It's amazing. It's a group of basically really dysfunctional people who all meet each other because they play a basically World of Warcraft like game online together. But specifically season 5, which is kind of where things start to get a lot more crazy in the show. Like, I kind of prefer the other seasons more. But season 5 is when they go to a convention. And the entire season is just them at this convention. And the main girl is so awkward and everything. And I very much relate to her. She's fantastic. I think my favorite quote from her is... She does these little, like... She's talking to her webcam as if it's her therapist. And it's in the beginning of each episode where she's talking about how she's feeling. And it's just very quick. But I think they're my favorite quote from her. There's like two. The one was, she's like, nothing makes you feel proactive like trying to stop, like rescuing someone from hanging themselves or something like that. And I'm like she just gets so excited. And then there's another part where she's talking about, she's like, I mean, in the game, you can just log off. You can't log off from real life. And she's like, oh, I mean, no, you can, but not like that. Like, I relate very much to her awkwardness. I love it. But yes, back to the chat. Enough of me rambling about the guild and my love for Felicia Day. Gaming. The shirt. I said date, but I can't spell the F word. And you will watch NBC's ER. I watched that? No, I watched that other. No, wasn't that the one that I was saying I watched with my mom, where it was like different stories from the ER. There was one where the guy couldn't breathe and he had an egg stuck in his throat. And they eventually figured out why he couldn't breathe, and they broke the egg in his throat because he was trying to do a party trick. And then he lost consciousness because he could barely breathe because there was an egg stuck in his throat. Quick animal facts. If you stack 20 giraffes on top of each other, they would not like it. I think many animals work that way, to be fair. I've been playing Katamari, so that's your fun fact reminded me of that. What's the streaming schedule going to be this week? Probably not at all. My daughter starts Well, yeah, and next weekend, not at all either, because I'm gonna be at the con. But I will get a video up while I'm at the con because I'm gonna do the British Grenadiers. I'm gonna make a remix of that, and that doesn't take as long for me as a normal video. I can do that one of these nights, get it up, no problem. But this week is very much focused on Thursday night. I gotta pack for the con again. I'm gonna vlog the whole con, so or at least as much as I possibly can. So that way, I think it'll make me feel less awkward if I'm like I'm doing something, and yeah, I'm gonna. So that video will hopefully be the week after the con. I can get that video up, and yeah, I'm gonna vlog the entire con. So this week it'll just be a video. I can't stream this week because my daughter has preschool, and I have the whole car situation of getting the other car assigned over to me. It's just too much going on to focus on streaming this week. But the week after that, hopefully I'll be able to. We will see. Let's see what else. It sounds very similar to Red vs. Blue. I used to watch that. Also, you should watch Strike Witches. I know I should. While I'm working on, because I don't think we're gonna get to the Mima. I'm just gonna work on this wig probably the rest of the time. But the Mima wig, I need to watch something while I do that and help my husband with his pants. It's either gonna be the Guild that we watch, or I want to watch Strike Witches. I just have to be careful because the DVD I have is uncensored, and if my kids do wake up, I don't really want them seeing boobs. I mean, again, we talked about boobs last stream, but my kids don't need to see anime boobs. I could listen to Miss Plastic yap all day, like seriously. Oh, thank you. I yap a lot, so that's good. My YouTube comment on the same level as Brandon. The YouTube censored it, but still pops up in OBS chat, and I can't read the OBS chat from here because it's so small on this screen. And it's small on that screen too. But sorry that YouTube censors these things. I don't have any words that you guys are not allowed to say. I'm very I understand why I need mods of sorts in places now, but I am very much a free speech advocate. So I don't like the idea of censoring people. I would rather people just come out and say things. Personally, I feel like we can't get anywhere in conversation with specific topics unless they are uncensored. It's why I was on Alt Tech before coming back to YouTube. Didn't do this on Alt Tech really, but that's why I was on Alt Tech because, well, not only that, I don't like ads. That's a whole nother thing. That's why I use NewPipe when I'm not on a computer. When I'm just using my phone, I try to use NewPipe. I look at my recommendations on YouTube, and then I go on NewPipe and watch the stuff. And then I'll like the video on YouTube still, because I do want to boost whatever videos I like. But, Yeah, no. Let's see. Is that the one where there was someone wearing a Pipkin Pippa t-shirt? If you want some fun to watch, search up LA Beast Crystal Pepsi. Oh, is that the guy who, wait. I think I know what you're talking about, Phantom Dude. Is that the guy who opens up the, super old Crystal Pepsi and then drinks it and then just vomits everywhere? I love that video. I crack up every time. That's the one, right? It's him, Phantom Dude? I love that video. No, it is the primetime drama that had George Clooney. Oh. I just went out to see if my lunch was ready. Turns out I didn't put it in the oven, Rip. Oh. Sorry, Omega. My husband today started making tomato soup, and we're talking as he's making it, and all of a sudden he just goes, I've been here stirring this soup, and the burner's not on. It happens to the best of us. It was first aired in the 90s. Okay, we call America school gun violence land. The guy who made The Pit was on ER. I do not know The Pit either. I just wanted to pop in and say hi. Good night, Miss Plastic. I love you. Love you too, Lena. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping on by. And sweet dreams. Ever heard of the radioactive Walmart shrimp? I have not heard of that, Phantom Dude. It is a real thing. Yes, look up LA Beast vomit compilation. I've seen that too. It's so funny. The Crystal Pepsi one just gets me every time, though. Holy crap. Just the violence of it is so funny. I don't feel so good. And then oh my god. It's awful. I don't generally like watching videos where people vomit, but that one is so funny. Oh my god. It's just great. You've done the same, Omega. Yeah, it happens. Happens to the best of us. But yeah, most of the time, if I'm like listening to YouTube stuff, I'm just listening. I'm not watching. Like that video is old. I know that one from a long time ago. But generally, what I listen to is like people's live streams, like long form content, because I'm usually washing the dishes or putting away laundry, cleaning the house, stuff like that. Working out. When I work out, I listen to generally it's either Sin and Sass, which is Sinatra Says, if any of you know that name. He has a secondary channel, which used to be Sinatra Second, but now it's Sin and Sass. And they cover Chantal, if you guys know Foodie Beauty, who's a locale, and then Amberlyn Reed is why I watch him, because I never was a fan of hers, but I watched her. If you guys know who she is, I was gonna say what she is. During the Becky era, I discovered her. Oh, and then other than that, I watch Kino Casino. But that's because I love lolcow stuff. I can't help it. Ever heard of the... Yeah, can you tell me about the radioactive Walmart shrimp, by the way? If you ever do a watch party, it should be ER. I don't know if I'd do a watch party, because is that like... That's like copyright. Like, you're not allowed to do that, right? I know people do stuff like that, but... I like his 5 pounds of sugarless gummy bear video. I don't know if I have seen that one. I'm finally home. Finally, I've been back. You've been gone all day. Oh, that's nice, though. It's always nice to come back home after being gone a long time. We call Roblox... Oh, jeez. Yeah, Petunia, I might understand why YouTube might have blocked your comment. Oh, yeah, I might get it now. I seem to understand why YouTube was not happy with that one. Oh boy. I feel like these antennae are coming along quite well. Oh. I'm gonna have to move again. My poor legs. I think I can make it though. I don't think I need an intermission. I think we can make this one very long stream. As I lean up against my figure cabinet and pray that it doesn't break. It is quite old and from the side of the road, so hopefully it survives. Look at that. It looks so silly. At least for now, until I get it all squared away with hairspray. I don't want an intermission. I just feel like I need a break. I call CSGO arguing with Russian. Oh, arguing with Russians. Do a lot of Russians play that game? It's called We Do It in Discord. Ah. Not to be a rude patient. Oh no, that's not rude at all. We mayhaps could one day do that. We could watch stuff in the Discord. As long as that is not completely illegal. It shouldn't be. It's like inviting people to your house. In my opinion. But I don't know. We'll see. That would involve some coordinating on my part now, wouldn't it? I don't know why you two recommended to me because I have not been watching any Gmod or FNAF. Oh, after your War Thunder stream, YouTube recommended a video to me, which was a video I watched 9 years ago. It was Gmod FNAF map and I watched the video for memory's sake. YouTube's been recommending me stuff that I've watched like a long time ago. I was actually really happy about it too, because there was stuff that I had completely forgotten about. Anyways, I'm popping out. Good night, y'all. Good night, Phantom Dude. Have a good one. Have a good one. And we will hopefully see you next time, which will be in quite the bit. I'd say sadly, but I am excited, and at least I get to make some content from this too. Even if I end up not liking the con, I'll make some good content. I am gonna take a moment from this. I'll read you guys some of the convention stuff real quick. That is interesting. Because they have an app actually where they list everything, and I could star it. So let me look through that real quick because I just need a moment to not to not hot glue. I think I'm just getting fatigued, if I'm being fair. But at least we got pretty far so far. Let me go ahead, take a little break from doing that. Sit on my knees a little bit, and I will go through the panels that I'm interested in. So, on Friday, there's a Japanese gaming commercials panel. There's an intro to 3D modeling with Blender. Those two are happening at the same time. I just kind of like started things, so I had some options. And I made it so I'm going to like at least 4 different panels, one after the other, because when I first get there, I'm going to be alone, because my husband is probably not going to get there for an hour or two and after me, and the room won't be ready until the afternoon. So I'm kind of forced to be on my own and like figure things out, which is fine. But I was like, I need to go to panels so I can like kind of acclimate like a fish. Then is Hello Kitty, a 50-year history, just because I think that's interesting. And then high impact, low cost cosplay. I'm all about saving money, so I put that on there. Secrets Stunning DIY. There's a Hello Kitty meetup. I put meetups on here specifically so I could take pictures with people for my kids. So like there's an Animal Crossing meetup. I just want to like go either around that time, the people will be congregated there, so I could like go over and be like, hold on, wait, can I take a picture of like you for my kids? Hell is historically inaccurate, which is, from what I understand, a panel just kind of shitting on the has-been version of Hell, which is really funny to me. Even though I like has-been, I like it. It's interesting and fun. I think it would be hilarious to go to a 2-hour panel just ripping into why their version of Hell is stupid. Then the Dark World of Video Game Urban Legends. There's the cosplay contest, the all ages karaoke, enamel pins, best disturbing indie games you've never heard of. I'm very excited for that one. Asian pop music, what's the difference? I like the music panels a lot. I think they're really good. More karaoke. This one I'm also very excited. The Drunken Defense of Shadow the Hedgehog, 18 plus. I am very excited to see someone absolutely trash telling a room full of people why Shadow the Hedgehog was a good game. I am so excited to go to that one. And then there's a Chaos and Harmony Sonic Fandom Unleashed 18 plus, which is also probably going to be hilarious, though. That guy will probably not be trashed. So who knows? Maybe it'll be at least somewhat interesting. Then the next day there's Forgotten Anime of the 2000s, which I think will be interesting. Spots On, which is about Miraculous Ladybug. Cinema of the Rising Sun. I don't really care if I go to that one, but it's a film one, and if I need something. There's a Pretty Derby photo shoot of horse girls, so I'm excited to see people cosplaying them. I don't know how many people are going to be them, but I'm pretty excited to see some horse girl cosplay. Japanese music on the rise. That I am very excited for as well. And then we got some more meetups that it's just like, oh, hopefully I can find people to take pictures of. Sons of Sparta. There's a little meeting for Devil May Cry, which my husband's doing with Devil May Cry, so. Urban Legends of Japan. Caleb Hales and Jonathan Young. They're on YouTube. They do covers of anime songs. Sorry, I can't see the chat while I'm reading these, but I will get to you all in a second. They do really good covers, and they're actually having a concert, so they're going to be there. It's pretty neat. More karaoke. K-Pop Demon Hunters has a little gathering, so I'm going to go over to that. Poorly Explained, Devil May Cry, Devil Triggered, 18 plus. I'm going to go to that, because I don't understand Devil May Cry, but my husband's really into it. Then there's a No, That's Not Solid Snake, Metal Gear Explained. I will probably go to that too. Except I think they spelled explain wrong. But that's okay. Lost Media After Dark. This one is like weird. But a discussion of not safe for work lost media, 18 plus. I thought that would be interesting. I don't know. It reminds me of like Cinema Snob sort of thing. Otaku Flea Market's the next day. There's another Sonic the Hedgehog thing, which I just put on there because maybe I'll go to it. I look back on almost 2 decades of cons. That could be interesting. Folk horror in Japanese cinema, anime in America, and then from new metal to nightcore, behind the music of the AMV. Those are all the stuff that sounds interesting to me. I'm not going to go to all that stuff. I can't physically. But it sounds pretty interesting. Let's see. You and I should watch the bill sometime. Oh yeah, you and Omega? Absolutely. We call New Jersey the land of fake tans and big hair. Well, that's not really my side of New Jersey. Sounds like Essex. Yeah. Essex, New Jersey. Yes. That is one epic title. No, a Husband Hotel's version of hell is not accurate to the real version of hell. I can't believe this information. Yeah, right? So what? But it's so funny because all those other panels are only 1 hour. The one shitting on Has-Been is 2 hours long. I'm like, I can't wait. I think I'm only gonna go for the second half of it because there's another panel that I like before, the one musical one. But I'm like, that's amazing. I'm concerned that it says 18 plus in the title. It just means that there could be cursing and stuff too. Like they're supposed to keep it very PG. Like the karaoke, the 18 plus karaoke, you can't, for the all ages, you can't curse. So not too worried. I think for the drinking one, they just have to make it 18 plus because it's like the guy might say who knows what because he's gonna be under the influence. No medical things. Oh man, yeah, there were no medical things. There was the Last Airbender thing, Omega, but I just don't know Avatar well enough to go to that one. I guess if I have a chance, I could go to that one. And I'm not gonna go to the train one, but if Ryan's still here, they do have a Thomas the Tank Engine one as well. What's going on with Yapping Plastic? I'm just talking about the con. I'm taking a break from puffing hot glue and burning my skin. I would love to go, but I don't like traveling and it's far away from me. I don't think it's worth it. And there's other Colossicons throughout. There's one in Ohio and there's one in Texas, I believe. So this one is in Pennsylvania. Is it 18 plus or 18 plus G? Since some of that lost media is left lost. I think the lost media is going to be... I have a feeling it's going to be very not safe. I got a feeling, like when I said Cinema Snob, you know what he reviews? Or at least what he used to review. I don't know what he does now. But it's adult stuff. But I'm like curious because I'm like again, I like watching his stuff and that's what it reminds me of. Because he always used to like review very really weird and random ones. And like their storylines, their costumes. It was very interesting. If I get uncomfortable, I'm gonna nope right out of there. But I think it could be a very interesting thing. And I like lost media crap anyways. It's just that I think will be fun. Anime America is a YouTube channel. Yes, it is. I used to watch them a lot. That's actually how I think I got introduced to Berserk, was because of their anime, like with strange or plot twist endings. I think they talked about Magical Do-Re-Mi in that video as well, which I knew that one from 4Kids, but yeah, that's what I thought they meant by 18 plus. Like, for instance, they could be talking about some very violent or disturbing things. I think the not safe for work, though, them saying not safe for work plus putting the 18 plus, I think it's probably more adult. Girls in Panzer panel, there's now going to be one. We call Hybrids land of LGBT. What? How come, may I ask? I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be worth it, but it would be because I would be able to meet you, and I also can't meet you in other conventions as well. Well, unless I travel to another place to go to a convention. Though, again, if I don't enjoy this one, I'm gonna just assume it's like tea, and it's gonna be one of those things where it's like, I wish I could enjoy this thing and go to this thing, but I just don't. Because that's DerpyCon I didn't like the convention, But a big part of that was I was like, I could do all this stuff at home. I don't need to be here. Because I didn't really know what panels were. Because the only convention I had been to prior to that was Monster Mania. And Monster Mania is a horror convention. And I always went on Sunday. And I don't believe there were panels there. You could still get signatures. That's how I met Tobin Bell and got Costas Mandler's signature. But, like, I didn't know what panels were. And then I went to Comic-Con, and I don't think I went to any panels there. I went to a meetup. Didn't go to any panels there because I didn't know what panels were. And I didn't go to Artist Alley. I just didn't know what these things were. I did no research. I just went to Comic-Con, and honestly, I had a really, like, I'm going to say impressive, not meaning that it was the best thing ever made, but it was impressive in the fact that, like, it was a homemade cosplay and all this, I guess, and it was of Roadhog from Overwatch, which I stopped playing a long time ago, but that's because my PlayStation account got hacked and then I lost it. So there was that. But I got stopped for pictures a lot at New York City Comic Con. That was 2017. So we really probably wouldn't have had time to go to panels anyways. That was a very interesting trip, I would say. I wouldn't go to a Comic-Con again. It's just too big. And I wouldn't go to like a super small con like DerpyCon again either, because it's just not worth it. But like Colossicon last year was a great convention. I didn't really enjoy most of it because of situations that had nothing to do with the convention. It had to do with personal reasons. So that's not the con's fault. That's why I'm hopeful for this. But if I don't enjoy this and nothing really goes wrong, then I think I'm just going to accept the fact that I'm not a con person. And maybe one day I will be when I'm more social. But we'll see how it goes. Dr. Consuming medical ASMR, JK. I don't even know how you do medical ASMR. I can do ASMR into the microphone. Which, by the way, you know how you said, like, I was getting recommended? Ever since I did the little ASMR thing, I started getting recommended weird ASMR. I got one recommended today. I played it to my husband. It was called Your Boyfriend Loses All of His Money Gambling and then Gets Shot to Death. And that was the video. I was like, and it was pretty funny. It was more like, what is this? But I guess that's the kind of ASMR I get recommended. I see. Since it is one of those things where I think the meme ASMR videos with 18 pluses in the title, I would prefer that it actually has the difference, though. Yeah, I agree. It reminds me of a local comic convention I went to here. It was 40% comic, 50% anime, and 10% miscellaneous, lol. Yeah, this last year, this Colossicon is, like, very definitely very anime focused, but then they do have, like, just Japanese, like the Japanese music panels. Then they got, like, the Avatar panels. There's a bunch that I didn't, like, include. There's just random stuff about cosplay. What else is there? They did dodgeball last year, which I wanted to do and I didn't end up doing. I'm trying to think of what else. But Colossicon's cool because it's partially an indoor water park, so they have extra hours at night for con goers, and you don't have to wait as long to get into like the lines for the slides and stuff. Which water slides kind of scare me, but I'd do it like if there's not a long line and stuff. It's called doing medical role play. Like. Like what? I'm trying to think of what I could even say. I don't know. I was gonna act like I'm taking your blood, but I'm not really even sure how to do that. Like what? Ball your hand into a fist. This will only hurt for a second. Relax your hand. And now I steal all your blood. I don't know how to do that. Best shot. I remember the Yoda ones from about 2019. Those are meme Those are the meme ones I know about. I'm back from having this stream on in the background and listening to music. What have I missed? Cosplay stuff, and we've been talking about convention stuff at this point, Irvin. But welcome back. We call that medical procedure the unfortunate set of circumstances. Meanwhile, the worst thing with my teeth is a permanent overlap in the front bottom teeth due to my wisdom teeth. They were removed because of that. Oh, they got removed after they shifted your teeth? Wisdom teeth is the only surgery I've ever had. And it sucked. It was awful. I hated it. They didn't let me see my teeth afterwards. They had to saw my stupid teeth in half to get them out. That's why they didn't let me see them afterwards. The medicine, I was like way lucid afterwards. And I kept crying. And I told them I wanted to see my teeth, which was not a lie. It was not me being all stupid after having my wisdom teeth taken out. I wanted to see my teeth. And they would not let me see my teeth. And it really bothered me. And then I was in immense pain. My mom drove and she was driving to go get the pain meds. The pain meds weren't all ready, so they only gave me part of the prescription. And then they wouldn't let us get the rest of the prescription because you can't do that. You can't just pick up part of a prescription and then come back and get more, because especially with meds like that. So my mom rationed my pain meds, and I was in so much pain healing from the wisdom teeth. All I did was my parents made the couch into, because it was a pull-out couch, they turned it into like a king-size bed, and I just laid there miserably watching Netflix, eating basically nothing, and I couldn't use a straw because my sinuses, they were impacting my sinuses, so I had like holes into my sinuses or whatever because of my stupid wisdom teeth. My one, by the way, was coming in completely sideways. That was the one they were worried about because it was going to knock into the roots of the one next to it. But yeah, it was awful. All I did was lay there and cry and watch My Little Pony. That was all I did. And I wasn't even like, I mean, I liked My Little Pony, but not that to that extent. I watched like everything up until that point because I was so miserable, and it was like all I could do. It was like the only show where I was like, I'm just gonna binge watch My Little Pony, cry because my mouth hurts. Very pathetic display for sure. Well, oh geez, I'm way behind now. We call the South the CSA. Is that a Fallout reference? Wait a minute, that was pretty good. Oh, thank you. That is awful, Tim. Oh, for what? Oh, geez, sorry. I totally missed your comment, Holy Knight. In other news, while I was eating a soft French fry, I broke the back teeth while eating it. For context, too, had a cavity in it years ago, and it looks like it gave up. Oh, I'm sorry, Holy Knight. That sounds really painful. I'm sorry I missed your comment, too, but ew. I'm so sorry. Are you going to get it fixed, or did you go and get it fixed? Wait a minute, that was actually pretty good. That's awful. Hello, Nate. Good to see you again. Yeah, it sucks, but honestly, it's not that bad. I don't know if I should go to the dentist or not. You should, because apparently, like, your teeth are very important to your health. I learned this when I was pregnant. It's like a indicator of your overall health is actually your dental health, which is really strange that they don't like teach you that in school and stuff. Like, obviously, you know, to take care of your teeth, brush your teeth, floss, all that stuff. But I never realized how much of an indicator they can be. It's very strange. You need props like a stethoscope and such. That was better than last time. Oh, cool. I'm glad it was better. Maybe it's because my voice is so shot that it was better. I'm not sure. Absolutely go to the dentist. Yeah, we call the South the CSA. YouTube censored that from the full abbreviation of CSA. Oh, the Confederate States of America? Is that what you're saying? Oh man. But it still works fine. It's just missing a piece. I would go and have them check it out. Yes, friendship is magic, Omega. I also wonder if they could glue my teeth back in since it broke a part of my tooth. I don't think they'd glue it back, but they might put some sort of thing there. If it's not affecting the root, I don't know what they'll do. I don't know, because you're missing the enamel in that part now, and that's like the important part of your tooth. So, I don't know. Definitely go get it checked out. I mean, I hate going to the doctors and the dentist. I avoid it at all costs, but if I chipped a tooth, like that, I'd go. I had to pause for a second because I have chipped a tooth and not gone, but the chip in my tooth, it was straight. It was my front tooth, and it's like that was not a big deal. I didn't even realize it was gone right away. But I've swallowed a tongue piercing and like facial piercings, so I didn't even notice I swallowed a bit of my tooth. It didn't even occur to me. I wonder, yeah, I mean, it is common to find the sons of Confederate veterans at major fairs and shows. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, that's their family history and stuff, right? Makes sense. LOL. Say, oh no, not another dog up close to the mic. I don't know if I can do that voice. It might sound a little shrill with the way my voice is going right now, because my voice is like really giving up on itself. But
oh no, not another dog.
there you go. That's as good as I can do. My voice is such shit right now, though. Oh my goodness. We are starting to cross into territory that YouTube is toss up as to whether they like or dislike with the ASMR. Oh. Don't worry, my tooth is not in pain. It's still fine. It still works. You know what? If it's not in pain, then you might be able to hold out. Just make sure you go to your normal appointment and make sure you mention it there. I get it. You don't want to go and like pay to have a special appointment or whatever. Just for your normal one that's covered by insurance, generally, like I'm gonna call it a physical, but obviously it's not a physical. Just your yearly checkup or your 6-month checkup. Make sure you mention it. If it's not in pain, though, yeah, I'd probably not go either. To be fair, like I could give you the advice of you should go, but also I'll give you what I would do, and I would probably not go. No, yes, we call 18 plus ASMR the best kind of ASMR. Well, I'm not doing that. There is a dental episode of Strike Witches Take Off that is hilarious as they talk about this kind of thing. Oh, there you go. Strike Witches knows what you should do. Holy night. Use them for reference. Ew, I'm going to take a break from saying we call blank blank. I have to go to work. Bye. Bye, White Death. Thank you for coming here and joining us for the time that you could, and good luck at work. Hopefully my lunch is cooked now. Hopefully, Omega. I'm sorry that happened. That must be very disappointing. When you think something is cooking and it's not. You know what? I really should wait till I have my thing here, but I'm just gonna go for it. I'm like, I should wait till I don't have much left in this. I should wait till I have my hair dryer up so I could hair dry it right away, but I think I'm gonna just try spritzing this down and using my fingers to do this. I think it'll work, as long as I keep these two separate. Yeah, there we go. Look, it's all sticking together when I do. It's kind of hard to see with the other one there, but I'll show you in a second. I'm gonna spray this at myself. Just lovely. I do love this. The smell of hairspray. Hairspray, gasoline, spray paint, Sharpies. This is why I don't remember things. Because every time I use one of these products, I huff it. Oh. The switches. Yeah, I think so, Petunia, since the last song was something. What? Bye, wait, Omega, I don't know how I feel trying to string around my tooth and having someone slam a door on it. Actually, oh, something just happened. Actually don't remember how they got rid of that cavity. You want to hear a fun story? My mom had a wiggly tooth as a kid. I might have told this story. Not sure. My mom had a wiggly tooth as a kid, and she kept wiggling it, and it bothered her dad, my papa, and he got so sick of her wiggling it and like complaining that he was like, I'm gonna rip it out. And he did. I don't know if he used pliers. The only problem was he ripped out the wrong tooth. He ripped out the one next to it. Luckily they were all baby teeth, but that sucks. And then what was the other one? He also cut my brother got braces, and something went wrong with the braces, and they were poking him in the cheek. He took pliers and cut that part of my brother's braces off. He was gonna cut. I used to have snake bites, and the one was stuck, and I was like, I want to take these off. I don't want them anymore because they just didn't look good. My lips are too small, like to make it look good. And he refused to look at me when I had these piercings. He hated them. So I told him, I was like, hey, I have a favor to ask you. I got the one out. I can't do the other. Can we use some pliers? And he wanted to do it so bad. I was like, no. I will do it. Thank you. So I had to cut the piercing off my face. But am I the only one who actually managed to pull all the baby teeth? No, I did. I twisted every one of those little guys out of there before I was 10. I ripped all my teeth out. I loved it. I ripped a tooth out on April Fool's Day, and my mom thought it was a lie. I lost 2 teeth in one day at school, and the nurse was like, what are you doing? It was fantastic. I liked it. It was addicting, actually. Like, once it started to wiggle, nah, I was out. I wasn't dealing with that. Oof, it's supposed to say 1. I was thinking of the ending scene with Trude. See, I do not get it. I don't know the Strike Witch's references yet. But one day I will. This one antenna's looking better. The hair... God dang it. Stay. Stay. How many of them had tooth problems in that episode? I'm just gonna cut all the extras off. And then spray it down some more. So sticky now. So sticky. Honestly, I'm gonna leave that like that for now. So let's put more on the end of it. I think I'm gonna have to glue them back like this, but I'll get to that momentarily. By momentarily, I mean not right now. Not right. Let's see if I can get these to cooperate as well. Sadly, I was not strong enough to rip them out. I was scared of having my teeth pulled out. But at the end, I was scared to pull them out, though. Some came out when you were eating. I was more afraid of swallowing a tooth. I think that was part of it, too. I was like, no, I want to pull them out because I want the tooth fairy money and I want this to be over with. And it's addicting. And I don't want to swallow a tooth. Which, again, it's very funny because I've swallowed metal. Which I'm very scared to eventually. Like, I'm going to, if I ever have to go for an MRI, I'm going to have to tell them that they need to do an x-ray first because I have no recollection of any of those reappearing, which to me makes me curious and also terrified that they might still, like, be in my stomach or something. Because the one was a whole tongue bar. Like, the entire bar I swallowed. And my mom laughed. And she laughed. I got little items for every tooth, a video game here, a huge pack of play there. Oh, that's awesome. I got a quarter. Every tooth I lost, I got one, or if I was really lucky, I got 2 quarters. I think I only got 2 quarters for, like, not the bigger baby teeth. Were the ones that I got the quarters. The 2 quarters. Oh, wait, no, you know what? I got a silver dollar once. Yeah, the tooth fairy every now and then would give me silver dollars. I think I still have those. I don't know if they still make silver dollars or not. I was into making things out of clay. I got to the point where I could see something once and make a near perfect replica. That's awesome. That's so cool, Ervin. When she notices Dark Lynn's modifications and the troubleshoots brushing their teeth, I would love to see full medical ASMR roleplay with you in the future, Dr. Consuming. Maybe I'll have to. You know what we should do? Oh my god, Brandon, I have a fantastic stream idea. We will only do it for one stream, but we can do it around Halloween because I want to do like a bunch of horror streams during Halloween. Like, you know what I do the Merchmas for around Christmas. I think I want to do a bunch of like horror game streams during the month of October. Not that this is a horror game, but you know how you mentioned Monica being in a nurse's outfit? What if I make a drawing of Monica in a nurse's outfit? And then I also make a nurse outfit for the 3D, like little Vroid Monica. And then we play Surgeon Simulator drinking. That sounds like a fantastic idea. You got $2 normally? Nice, Omega. You guys got like rich off your teeth. Look at you all. Me over here with my quarters. And if I'm lucky, $1. A silver dollar. Oh my god, my leg. Oh, nope, that was not a good way to move that. It almost started cramping up. Okay, I see. Oh, okay, you're talking about the Straiku witches. It sounds awesome, right, Omega? Oh, I just had the best idea. I love it. I don't think we could do it for more than one stream, though, because it's Surgeon Simulator. I'm not going to do very good at it. I haven't played that game in so long. But that would be so much fun. A drinking stream with Monica dressed up. That's a great idea. You should do it. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And Surgeon Simulator is hard enough as it is, but if I'm drinking during it too, that would be so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm so down to do that. I'll have to figure out a schedule for October. Like, honestly, what I might do, and I think this might be smarter because I haven't had a chance to film. I want to film all the Merchmas stuff early. Maybe in October, I might just post. I'm trying to think of all the videos I need to post. My brother is getting a really cool stand for shooting, so we can shoot clay targets. Because again, we want to eventually get this freaking Maho shooting video done. But beyond that, and now the hat will stay on, which is nice. But beyond that, I want to do I want to do a lost weight for cosplay thing to show how much weight I've lost and everything thus far. Still not where I want to be, but definitely much, much, much improvement from the beginning of the year. And I just want to kind of show off what I did, I guess. Talk about what I did. Not that I'm like an expert, but anyone's testimony. I've been looking for like testimony from random people who have similar like body types and stuff to me, So might as well. And I do think that anime can be a great inspiration for self-improvement, especially when you look at things like anything with muscular men. Dragon Ball Z comes to mind. But this is so far, by the way. See, they're looking much better now. Now they look kind of like antenna. I am definitely going to have to add some more and help these turn better. But since we only have 10 minutes left, as crazy as that is, this really flew. I'm glad that we got so much done, though. I think I'm going to let that just dry, because if I keep touching it, I'm going to ruin it. So I will just spend the next 10 minutes chatting with you guys, because that'll be fun. Let me just unplug the hot glue gun behind me. Try not to unplug the lights. Yeah, I managed. I knew I could. I believed in myself. Yes. I would. Would I be able to get a picture too? I hope it's not as. I hope it's not as. No, it's not gonna be like the. It's not gonna be like the one up here. I don't want to touch her because my hands have hairspray on them. But no, it'll be a cute nurse outfit. It won't be too bad. much. Joke's on you. She comes out, she looks like one of the nurses from Silent Hill. No, I want to make it look cute, but no, not slutty. Monica ain't no whore. What's the one birthday present you want? Oh, you're talking the Holy Knife. I need to remember to get advent calendar this year. Since last year I forgot to get one, and I was using you for this year I want to get them all filmed. Sorry, I think I started my thought and I didn't finish it. So this year I want to get all the Merchmas filmed like way early and have them all scheduled way early so I don't have to worry about it. And then I think during the month of December, it's just going to be the advent calendar, the Merchmas, and live streams because obviously December gets really busy with family and all, and I have birthdays around that time too. But so I want to do that so that way December's taken care of, and I'm thinking that maybe for the month of October, I'll just do live streams and not videos, and we'll do a lot of live streams specifically of horror games, which I know is kind of different for my channel, but as long as everybody's cool with it, I think it would be fun to just do those live streams. And then I have the girl from Ringu to unbox. I can't remember her name. So, and I believe it's the one from Ringu. I don't think it's the one from the Ring because they're different characters. Sadako, is that her name? So I have that figure to unbox. So I will be unboxing that one. For Halloween. That I've already decided. But the con video, the losing weight for cosplay video, I have the Psycho Cuties merch, that video. I'm actually, I'll probably wait on the Psycho Cuties one, but the other ones I want to get out in September. So I'm like trying to figure out when I'm doing what, because that way I can kind of plan. But I think that way in October, if I'm just live streaming those games, I can film all the Merchmas and get them edited throughout the month and get them up for December. So sorry for the business meeting that I just involved you all in. But that's what I'm thinking. So if you see that happening, there are Girls in Pants are nurse outfits. Are there really? I'm trying to make Monica look like that then. I'll use that as inspiration. Let me get my glasses back on. A Stray Witch's character though? Holy Knight? Oh, advent calendars are awesome. Also, consuming, I sent you some videos in Discord about War Thunder. I still need to find a video on how to do custom matches though. I have not checked the Discord. The only time I've been on Discord has been to check the con stuff just because of all the con stuff going on. So, though, when I'm at the con, I will probably be posting in the Discord if I see anything Girls in Panzer. And also, I will probably, if I have downtime, that's probably where I'm going to check. Because again, I won't be uploading anything to YouTube, so I don't think there's going to be many comments from you guys to respond to. For me, my mind says a girl. I actually forgot about that. I can also agree with that, Petunia. What about Dr. Monica? I could look at the Girls in Panzer nurse outfits and put Dr. Monica in one of their, like, specifically make the outfit that she's gonna wear for Surgeon Simulator based off that nurse outfit. Which horror games were you thinking about playing? I definitely want to play Amnesia: The Dark Descent because I love that game. What other games do I have? I want to play Amnesia. We'll play the Surgeon Simulator. I want to play. Oh my god. I want to play Left 4 Dead really bad. I love Left 4 Dead. So Left 4 Dead is a must. What other games? I mean, I have some of the Resident Evil games probably because my husband has them on here. What other horror games would you guys recommend? I feel like there are quite a few. There's quite a few that I haven't played. But I would play... Is Alan Wake on the PC? I don't know if you consider that a horror game. It's just kind of more creepy. I'm trying to think of what other horror games I would play. And it doesn't have to be horror. Like, I could play Helltaker. Amnesia is probably one of the few horror games I can handle. You can handle? Yeah, I like Amnesia a lot. I played Justine. I can't get past Mallow at the end, so So I gave up on Justine. And I didn't play any of the ones after that. Like, I didn't play Machine of Pigs or any of the other ones. My husband beat the newest one, I think. NES Godzilla creepypasta scare you? If you're playing the surgical game on my birthday, which is the 29th of October, that would be top of my day. Oh, well, depending on what I'm doing that day, depending on what day of the week it is, I might be able to manage that. I am a coward? Oh, well, don't worry, Nightshade, so am I. Play Call of Duty World at War Zombies. I could play one of the zombies. I could play one of the Call of Duty zombie games. I don't know which ones I've played. I'm not very good at it, but I could definitely do it. Well, yes, she is my favorite, but my favorite has changed to Hyde Mary, and also I'm pretty sure I can get Marines figures are cheap. I'm assuming these are strike witches. That's my assumption. I'm trying to think of what other horror games. What other horror games would you guys like me to play? I was gonna say Penumbra, but I think I'm not really sure if I want to play that one. We can play Slender. I'm really bad at it, but we can play Slender. I had Slender the Arrival for like PlayStation or something. No, Xbox, and it was so glitched. It was so bad. I was watching not a let's play. I was watching a walkthrough, and they were like, "Oh, and in this one area, if this character, I think her name was Kate or something, they're like, if she attacks you 2 times, you're dead." I was like, dude, I played that level, and she attacked me at least like 7 times, and she never, like, I never died. Slender even got me, and I didn't die. Like, for whatever reason, it was not triggering the death scene. So she was just annoying. Every time she ran into me, I was like, get away from me, you stupid bitch. But, that was, of course, that. Death by Daylight. I want to play Dead by Daylight really bad, actually. Oh, we could play the FNAF games, actually. We could play. I always wanted to play Sister Location. I started that one a little bit. Make Perrine real and you'll live happily ever after. I don't know who that is. But, yeah, no, Dead by Daylight. I would do. That's online, yes? It's an online game? We could play Bendy and the Ink Machine. I never played that all the way through. I'm trying to think of what other games there are. Any horror games. Any of them. Give me more. Give me more horror games. What else do I need to play? We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes on the clock. Quick rattle off a bunch. We could play Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. I'm really good at Left 4 Dead 1. I'm not as big a fan of Left 4 Dead 2, so I don't know the maps very well. But I love Left 4 Dead. And I do really like Amnesia. The only part of Amnesia I really struggle with is, I mean, the last part's hard. I generally die. Where, like, there's all, like, the tortured people and around the whole, like, paint the man, cut the lines part. Paint the man, cut the lines. It's so funny. I used to say that. I used to be like, paint the man, cut the lines. You have to keep the walls wet, which is 2 different references. The paint the man, cut the lines being Amnesia, and then I have to keep the walls wet is Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, which is a comic book by the guy who created Invader Zim, in which Johnny the Homicidal Maniac is killing people because he's convinced he has to smear blood on the wall to keep something out. And it's really funny because when he dies, because he finally successfully kills himself, which is the whole thing, he can't kill himself. He eventually finally successfully kills himself, which is a whole nother. That book has a very interesting version of hell and heaven as well that I really like. But when he finally does it, the people who were captured there, he was gonna kill, all of a sudden realize that there's like an eldritch horror that is actually behind the wall, and if you do not feed it blood, it will come out. So it was like he actually wasn't insane. He was doing this for a reason. And then real quick, their version of heaven and hell. The heaven is literally you just sit in a chair in a blank space with everyone else who's gone to heaven because you're so content. You literally have the power to do anything, but you have no desire to do anything because you're just content the way you are. And he gets kicked out of heaven real quick because he never should have been there. He was a serial killer. But then when he goes to hell, it's just Earth with all the good people removed. Everyone's just an asshole. I really liked those 2 different versions of hell. Old Zombies was pretty scary. I would play. I would play old zombies. World at War is one of the scariest zombie modes in Call of Duty. I will definitely play it. Maybe Petunia, but she can be a little mean sometimes. Okay, you guys are talking about that. I should buy you World at War when it goes on sale. That would be a fun game to play. My husband might already have it. Anytime there's Steam sales, he buys games that we already have played for other consoles, just so we have it on the PC. Could you hire a cosplayer to cosplay them? When you sign off, I'm gonna do some Alabama action. Oh my god, Petunia! I'm not reading that. No, it's fun. Playing custom zombie maps is fun too. Lost in Vivo is a game like Amnesia that I like. That sounds interesting. We might have to do that. Oh, and if we can, I don't know if I'll be able to figure out how to do it, but we could play Zero Escape, which is kind of Saw-like. So we could do that. I mean, it's not really horror. It's more like sci-fi, but I guess it's got horror elements, kind of. You got people dying. So, I don't know. But anywho, I think that we are going to call it a night. Thank you all so much. Here, I'll ASMR the last part. I think we're going to call it a night. Thank you all so much for joining the stream. I hope you all have a good one. I will see you sometime after the convention. Wish me luck. If I see the girls in Panzer being on the TV for everyone to watch, I will take a picture and I will post it in the community tab, as well as tell you all on Discord. Anyways, I hope you have a fantastic night. Sweet dreams to all of you who are going to sleep. A good day to everyone else who has a different time zone. Have a fantastic Labor Day weekend, and I will see you all next time. Soon enough, but not as soon as usual. Bye!